Hmm. Hello. Is that static you? Probably. I have no idea what you're talking about, so the video is coming out of speakers? What do you mean?
あ、僕の点か、6層、そうですね。これはいいですね。ちゃんとフェイントを避けて天皇にして、おお、しかしこれは足りそう。
いやー、しっかりしてる。
余裕を持ってのリーサルですね。さあ、新100系でリーサル。
テトロイドさん、初手の虚空剣の先とい
I,
うめちゃくちゃ
I
対策
don't
できて
think
ま
I
す
know
ね。
what you're talking about,
そう
but
ですね。
okay. I'm glad it got fixed.
個人的な意見なんですけど、無印の人は空拳対策がうまいです。無印がやってる。
I don't know what happened, but
遠距離強で落とせない
seems
か
like
ら。
we're fine.
ああ、そうですよね。
はい
実質のあれですよね。
はい。さあ、すかし投げを通しての残り体力もう半分ですね。
早い。
早いっすね。とにかく展開が早いし、ああ、裏に回っちゃった。
Oh, like,
これ
oh,
は
the
痛すぎる。
video. I see.
痛いよ。
さあ、戦士万行からこれは大きまで入れそう。あ、違います。なるほど。
I was like, huh?
痛いっすね。
いいダメージ。
あ、しかしこれは足りそうですね。
逆に、
はい。DP が1個ないので、
そう伸びるですね。
はい。天神マッチョさんも取り返していく。
入れ替わりのあのコンボからあんだけ減らせるんだ。すごいなるね。
EX なのにはほんと減りますよね。ああ、痛い。
Uh,
カウンターとかめっちゃ減りますよ。
はい。
someone new.
そう、今、
How long
ボ
is
ビー
that?
さん
How
コ
long
メント
ago
してます
is
けど、
this?
EX なるのは僕、このカラーが一番好きです。いいですね。
あれ、難し
あ、少年さんありがとうございます。うわー、あ、ゆず。うま
107, so 2 hours.
い。マジ、ノーキャンで拾いますか
Kirby
ね。
and Raz are on Conway
い。
now.
ちゃんと意識してないと出せないです今の。
そうっすね。
結構ね、やっぱり 2H からの対空で結構キャンセル入れがち
The
になっちゃ
announcement
うん
was
で。
the first time I've seen Raz's face. That dude is ugly, bro. Oh my god. No wonder he's so upset all the time.
さあ、第1セットはテトロイドさんの勝利。さあ、テトロイドさんなんですけど、確かジャンピングの日本で1番か2番ぐらいの RTA の奏者の方です。
すごいね。
マジですごいです。
やっぱりそういうやり込みからこういうやっぱ格ゲーやってもやるんだなっていうのはすごくわかるんですよね、本当。
だからアイコン
What's up, Patrick? How's it going?
あ、そうなんですよ。だからジャンピングのアイコンなんですよ。さあ、ということではい。いや、むちゃ好きどころじゃないです
もう
Video
トッププレイヤー
games
本当に
よ。プレイヤーですね。
Probably should.
さあ、向いてる間に足裏を立てにしてるが、ここは、うわー、痛い。いや、対策がすごい。はい。さあ、これで BP 残り1個ですが、お互い投げ圏内。あー、
Any progress, brother?
冷静ですね。
Any
キ
progress?
スって暴れとやっぱり、アテミの2択がすごい強いんですけど、ちゃんと見てますよ。
見てますね、本当に。
はい、
押されたらしょうがないって感じで、もうなんかあれですよね、
そうですね
見たら見たらね。
あと、アテミ当たっても、まあ、リーサルではなかったですからね。
状況も
はい、
We must ask every day until something changes, bro.
怪しい当たり方をしてしまう。
いや、もうこれでも触られたら怖い。
Is the person that was out of office finally back, or is that still what you're waiting on?
かなり置きを多めにしていますね。わあ、クラッシュしちゃった。
あ、これ足りるんじゃない
ありますね。やっぱり着地下段ってどうしてもファジー打撃には弱いので。さあ、シム100系でリーサル。
いや、お見事、綺麗。
見事 GG でした。
綺麗だった。
はい、では次は HP がクレイマンさん、2P がまだだまえさん、準備お願いします。
はい、お願いします。
Been back since
岡
Monday.
山
I
さん
see.
珍しいですね、大会に。
So you're just getting stalled out
まあ
officially.
まあたま
はい
に結構い
た
ます
まに。
たまにですね、気まぐれで出てくれるんで、本当に
はい。大川さんもよろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
追加
お互い星2万、なかなかやってますね。
やってますね。ああ、そう、ビカラはとにかくユニソニック対策が大変。
Ah, Mada Damae.
難しいですね、起動
難しいです。
コスト
おお、帯を通す。さあ、しかし火力はものすごいです、ビカラ。
おお、見てる。
うまい。さあ、反応素晴らしい。さあ、これは使ってしまうが、ちゃんと相手を見ている。
見てたね。
削り圏内。ああ、うまい。
おー
This is
逆に仕掛けましたね。
今のうまい
The
です、
goat
ね。
Vakala.
ちゃんとシャドウ
Best Vakala on the planet right now.
いや、そうなんですよ。ちゃんとやってないと、あれ逆にのアビリティ出ちゃうから。
逆に出てね、下手すればもうリーサルだったんで。
そう。危ないですね。
危ないです、だいぶ危ないです。さあ、爆弾でこれは痛い。いや、しかしビカラ減るな、やっぱ。
痛いですね。
痛いっすよね。さあ、投げ技で抜けている。
Oh yeah, he plays the video game. Yeah.
対策なのか。
なんか
As
ど
a,
っちでもいい。
they be on ranked. These two both be on
で
ranked.
もやりやすいですみたいな。
はい。さあ、体力
This is
差が
Mada Damae.
気にしないが、いや、うまいな。
いや、バナナマイ君のね、この
the best tournament Vakala right now.
超うまいですよね、本当にこの相手の動きを見ての。これ本当に僕もよくやられてたんですけど、本当にうまいなと思って。
Their opponent has even more.
ち
True.
ゃんと見てやってるんで。
はい。
True. They be on ranked. Could never be me, but them,
バックステ多めですね。
they love clicking ranked match.
徹底してますね、本当こ
It's
こ
a
は。
lot of fucking
はい、バッ
crystals.
クステとダッシュエールの玉の四匹みたいに見えますね。迷いのないブレイブカウンター。
早い。
早い。さあ、減る。
爆弾。
さあ、投げて削っていく。
Oh, didn't
あ、
punish.
これはいいブレイブカウンター。さあ、完全に人読みです。さあ、動かない。
Nice.
食らせてしまったクマ。これはきつ。
足り
足りそう。あー、ちょっと残るか。
残るか、さすがに。
あー、しかしギタラちゃん体力が。
Yo, Sleggy.
足りちゃった
Ouch.
あー、ナイス判断。
Ouch, 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 ouch. That is definitely some life points being lost there.
いや、すごい。
あ、抜きにもお疲れ様です。韓国お疲れ様でした。
Oh shit, I forgot my soundboard probably got all.
そうなんだ。
Wonder if there's a way to migrate
5月
drives.
123で、はい。さあ、パルモ対策素晴らしい。はい。いや、しゃがみ中電差し返し、うまい。
Do I have to redo my whole soundboard? I might have to.
あー、これはえらい。
I moved, I rearranged some drives
いや、いいです
on,
ね、今のはもう。ちゃんと見てる。
ブレイブカウンターと同パ
I moved around some files on my computer so that like all of my content related stuff is on one drive. But
さあ、もうブラックライン一発もガードできない。
合わせないね。
あ、しかし解放技で終わってしまうぞ。
we need a folder that has some.
さあ、ランジランフィールドじゃんけん削りっていく。
怖い。
危なかったかな。
ゲージがなかったから厳しいっすね。
そうっす、ゲージ使った今の判断難しいですね。使っちゃうと玉抜けもできなくなるからだけど、火力取らないと削り系持っていけないんで、すごい難しかったです今判断。
プラス打撃だがここ当たらず。
I don't know actually.
出てくる顔している。
What was I looking for? Social. Shoe style. Sounds.
バブさんでいくと、そういえばそうだった。 まい。さあ入れ替える。
おお、すごい。ああ、そうだよね。これはうまい。
タメフライに回り込みで合わせていく。
Yeah, I don't know if there's a good way for me to do this, but maybe this is a good time for me
ダッ
to
シュ L
redo this shit
起動だったんですけど
anyway.
ね。やりましたね。
Make that a little
これの
project.
クレイマンのリーチ。かなりクレイマンのやっぱり対応が早いっすね。
本当早いですよね。
早いっすね。
序盤かなりまだら前くんペースだと思ったら、
はい
なんかクレーマーさんペースだった。
There's some new functionality here too.
はい。さあこれは星がだいぶいい仕事をしている。
Interesting, interesting.
土下で固めて、もうこうなると削りでいい。投げていく。
I'm gonna definitely redo. I'm gonna just make a brand new
さあこ
soundboard.
れ
I
でフ
think
ルフルです。
start from scratch. I have a lot of sounds that I don't use, so we'll just build up from the ground up.
あーでかいでかい。そうですね、ユニソニックで触られるとだいぶ厳しい。さあ星がめちゃくちゃ出る。
But this does work,
す
right?
ごい出ますね。
すごい出てますね。
Yeah, that worked.
あ、見てる。
すごいエルフラインに合わせてる。
すごい。
Yeah, every sound is broken because it's in the wrong
さあブレイブカウンター切ってい
place.
く。これは痛い。
痛いけど BP が1なのかちょっと気になりますねこれ。
ねおお。さあユーキャリバーはちゃんと避けている。うますぎ。名前さんジャンプ見て前ダッシュむちゃくちゃうまいんですよね。
いやうまいっすね今の。しかもちゃんと
あの
H を H ボタン押してるからやっぱ H であれ落とせるのほんとすごいね。
はい
や反応して押したの偉すぎ今の。
い。いや GG でした。
素晴らしい。
はい早い。
早い。
セッティングが早い。あり
あ
がとうございます。
2 P 側 Q さんですね。はい、準備ができましたら入室お願いします。
はい、Q さん入室お願いします。Q さんは構成さんを倒してきて、施設会の Q さんかな。はい。
はいはいはい。
Yeah, yeah, it's
はい、よろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございます。さあ、レバガメさんはいつも通りおそらくバザラガでしょう。体力差が4000ある組み合わせですね。
すごい差ですね。本当。
すごい差ですね。
4000は相当もうワンコンボぐらい違うから。
はい。さあしかし Q さんもグラマスですね。さあ開幕エンゲームで合わせてすっごい減る。
痛い
yeah,
痛い
this should be
さあ
on.
自動のスプラス通してい
これもう
Stream deck?
当たったら
く。終わりですね。
Wait,
さ
why
あ
is
す
this in
ごい
sound
勢いだ。
effects?
うわー
逆立ち気味の駒投げ通していきますが、いやー削りが厳しい。
ホールならやるよと。
そうですね。
やばかりのですね。
Okay.
怖いでしたね
Yeah, that
ソ
should
ウ
be
ルならね
cracking.
それは打っていくしかないです。
Yeah,
もう
I'm gonna
ね
overhaul the soundboard.
手加減はでき
It's not like I have a choice anyway. 'Cause for some reason, they don't have a. You can't like specify like a folder,
うまい。
and then like if you migrate folders like directed to a new folder, it's like you have to do it individually for every single one. So
そう、使ってしまった。ブレイブカウンター通して、しかしこれもう体力あんまり差がないようなもんです。
whoa,
ブレイブカウン
you're
ター
not strong enough for such endeavors. It's just, yeah, it's not. I mean, like
うまい。
his mental was cooked that entire fucking time too, bro. Like
さあずらし打撃
it's clearly not worth it, but hey.
あ、Q さんよろしくお願いします。
I don't know if he's gonna. He should probably upload that to YouTube, but I don't know if he's going to.
プラスが投げられるが
Grand Blue players be slacking on the content end, bro.
うまい。痛い痛い。
やばいヘリですよ。
これめっちゃやばなんかやばそう。大丈夫。
体力ゲージが真っ赤に染まる。
まだあれ。
一旦切り返すが、もう削りも許せない。
そうだよねもうそうだよね。
はい。
素直に。
トラック事故そうっすね。もうオレンジ色ダンプカーが迫ってる。
Definitely some soul destroying nonsense, bruh.
酒が早い。うまい。カタリアン・オブ・フィア見てから点をしている。さあ一気に壁バウンド。
オーバーして、
先ほど散々駒投げ見せましたからね。確かに両対応の卓球。投機陣かなり多めに使って移っていく。
おー、つる。
They can keep it. No, true.
あー
Chi-Town beatdown. I feel like it's been forever since I seen you, bro. How you been?
男優グロウノス繰り返していきます。あー噛み合っちゃった。
刹那のミキンが始まってました。
安定コンボ素晴らしい。
Facts. Facts.
あ、ちょっとミスりましたが、ちゃんと
Chillin', bro.
そうですね。
It's on the grind as always. Hope things have been well for you.
そうなっちゃうんですよね、やっぱりは。
Just out here.
そうですねやっぱり
Assuming you don't completely destroy your sleeping schedule. Doing
おー、
what?
よくてる。
これは
Oh. Like that, like road to 10K crystals? It's not worth it, bro. Like, why would you even do that to yourself? It's self-harm.
切り替えてます。
For what? That's the problem. That's the problem with Grand Blue Rank, though, right? Like, it
あー
illustrates.
でかすぎる。
Like, it's more about a time sink more so than like the best players actually being the highest on the leaderboard, right? That's a
技
problem.
が強いとこ全部出たな。
出ましたね。
To me, that undermines the legitimacy of the ranked mode entirely.
そうですね。欲張りセットが出ました。
欲張りセットの。もういいよと。
Yeah, it's not elo, so it's like based on crystal. So like you can climb even if you have like less than 50% win rate. So it's very very sus.
うわ押してる。うわあーちょっと
What games you been on lately, Chi-Town?
はいいや
What's had your attention?
いい動きそう。
いや
これは仕方ない。う
うまい。
まい。
伸ばして、そう、そこリーサルだよね。
はい、サリル判断。
いやー、見事。
いやーナイスコンボ。GG でした。
いやー、しっかり見てますね、ほんと。
はい。
さすがだね、ほんと。
Devagame.
そしたら続いて、あれもつこりさんの対戦相手がまだ決まってなかったや。
あ、なるほど。
あー、すいません。そしたら、あ、でも、みんなちょうど終わったとこないな。少々お待ちください。土の子さんと赤さんの勝った方と試合をやります。
はい。
1時間経過だ。適宜休息を取るのを忘れるな。
はい、皆さん休息ちゃんと取りましょう。
Yeah, fighting game rank modes just need to be elo with decay. That would be that's like
15分から始めて
that's the tried and true method is just to do elo with decay.
もう
and it would be
気
fine.
になる。誰
一学期。
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 突然急に現れますから。
そうですね。何者なんだ。
じゃあ先に市垣さん移していいですか？
はい。いや、私はもういろんないです。
どうぞ。
ちょうどね、紅丸さんと市垣さんの試合が誰
誰
ここ移させてください。
Final Fantasy
すい
and
ません。もう
Grand Blue
ちょっ
Roguelike
とお待ちください。って
はい、少々お待ちください。
Grand Blue Roguelike?
言ってるうちに決まっちゃったらどうしよう。まあ大丈夫だな。はい。じゃあ、
I know Relink has a roguelike mode
ドクター1
coming out, but wait, what
Hi.
is there a roguelike before it?
これで正体がわかりそう。
わかるんですかね。
いや、わかんないか。
You bring shame to the FGC. Yo, relax, man. Yeah, everyone needs to take breaks eventually, man. Except for me. But yeah, taking a break for your mental health especially is very important.
いや、チーム戦で見た覚えあるん
なんかチ
ですよ、ね。
ーム戦でいるんですよ、なんか。
そう
ドクター、市垣がいるチーム名でなんか登録してるの見るんですよ、たまに。
はい。暗黒舞踏会チームがいた覚え
Definitely prefer that as to people that force themselves to play these games that they hate and then they just are miserable and then they tweet on Twitter and make everyone else's lives miserable with him.
挨拶ちゃんとできて偉いな。
偉いな。礼儀正しいな
One of these routes is way better than the others.
洗脳しやがって。
殺してくれっていうやつですよね、確か。
洗脳の背の字もしなさそうだ。
あれあ、来た来た来た。はい。
はい、ベニマル 3HP で 2P がドクター一垣さんでお願いします。
はい、お願いします。
お願いしま
エリア対ウィームに
誰か、カラーでわかるかな。
コーチの打天使貴様の苦行
これ純正カラーを持ってこい。
わかんないっすね。
あ、なんか見たことある。誰だっけ。
誰だっけな。
なんか見たことあるな。でもどうだ、変えられたら分かんないって言う人ね。
まずは根拠を示してもらわないとなあ。
実験開始だ。パターン1。
Can you
さあ、見ていきましょう。
what fighting is? Well, yeah. I mean,
いきなりワンパクだ。
honestly, it could be anything, but
パターンを通していく。投げて。
before finding your zen, you know that balance is very important. Oh my god, I haven't seen this route in so long.
これでもう投げ圏内まで。
Because the other one is just better nowadays,
テンポ
but
がいい。
はい。
ここから回復。
そうですね。さあ、もう何にもない、何にもないが。ここは回復奥義、そうですね。エンドテックですと。
こうなると分からないぞ。
そうですね。おお、投げる。あ、これはまずい。ナイス。
ゲージが溜まった。
そうっすね。
Guild Wars 2, huh?
パターン2。スタート。
これがグリームニンのいいところですね。
Oh my god.
危ない。
Yo, the way he's pressing sweep is crazy.
ガーダンを取って、しかしここはゴエティア打っていく。投げる。もう一回しかし抜けていく。そう、メガリスターだったこれ。そう、確か4文字だったよなという気はしたんですけど。うまい。さあ、空対空。
Nice. Oh no.
投げて。あー、これはでかすぎる。
Too far.
むずいんですよね、あれ。
あの距離難しいですよ。
What is going on?
ブレイクカウンターだ。
Okay. He doesn't have crystals. He probably tried a raging strike.
当たんないです。
さあ、先ほど逆転劇を見せられたのは、これはまずい。
Oh my god, they're both just dropping everything. Sheesh.
橋だと今でも強いソーランシンメッツ。でも今のガードされたら下手すれば投げ
This
かけ
guy's name is Benny Maru, but it's spelled this way, so I wonder if it's a KOF reference to the character or not.
強気のノトリアプラス。さあ、今日もベリアルの肩が強い。削っていきますが、足を入れ替えていきます。ああ、噛み合ってしまう。
Okay.
さあ、置き攻めもついてきます。
It's a funky route.
さあ、中段ナイスガード。ああ、
全人類平等のタッグが取る。
平等ですね。
こうなる。
さあ、これでドクター一垣さんリーチですね。
パターン2。
ドクター一垣が2回戦突破できなかったんですね。こっちの一垣さんはですね、このままでしたら。それかもうラウンド3なのか。
そうなんです。
はい。さあ、うまい。さあ、裏投げ通して。あ、端入れ替えて見てますね。
うまい。
うまい。対空が出る、素晴らしい。
I feel that. You gonna try any of the new ones coming out? I think the next release is Invincible. I think Invincible is end of April, and then after that, Tokon's in August. Does Avatar have a release date? I actually don't even know.
さあ続きましては赤さん対モスコリさんですね。
はい、お願いします。赤さんはベアか。で、この試合終わったら4回戦全試合移していきます。
おーい。
I got a DM from someone asking me to run a Paragon for Rush. Did you guys hear about Rush? It's essentially like the 3D version of Footies. If you've ever heard of Footies before. I got a request from someone like, please run a Paragon for this game. It's really funny.
もうこれは工事ここからですね。
Yeah, it's the same. It's like actually the same thing. It's just for 3D fighters instead of 2D.
確かに金髪いいですよね。
やっぱね、大活躍。
Oh, you're back. How did everything go?
差し込みっぽかったですが、ちゃんと仕込んでるのが素晴らしい。うまい。さあガードボタンしっかり使っている。一旦ブレイクカウンターで、これは勝利がバレてしまった。そうですね、ブラスト漏れですね。さあ上から。ビルベルビントでの強力な裏回り。さあここは EP が残り1個そうですよね。
なんかそんな気はしましたけど。
ちょっと匂いましたね。
今もしかしてと思ったけど。
Yeah, it'll only get better too. So
確かに
just hang in there.
があるとね、なかなか避けって意識しづらいですから。
いや難しいんですよね、やっぱり避けちゃダメだってなっちゃうからね。
さあうまい。
うまい。
ブレンドインパルスセンタ
Yeah,
ー。
I mean, I take it everything went well then.
う
Oh,
わー。
Nice punish.
いやーマジ？本当。
oh my goodness, you're so dead.
こんだけ動いててちゃんとしてるすごい。
そうですね。
あ、まあ、もっこいさん結構無印化
Macauley's
こういう
been
やっぱアクティ
doing
ブな
work
の
lately.
がすごい多いかってでもちゃんと要点を抑えてるんで、
はい。
いやすごいなと思います。
Whoa, whoa.
こんなするんですけど。
そうですね。
いやー、揺さぶる。
Things are happening.
揺さぶる。おっぱ投げ。
おお、ここでナッシングイズとえば裏もあってここは投げ崩さず、あーうまい。ブロックを出る大根のパスがうまいな。あ、
大丈夫？
大丈夫？これあかんやつかもしんないっすね。
僕の方も止まったから多分全員止まってそうですね。
はい。
Yep, someone pulled the plug. GG's.
これ
最初からいいんじゃないかな。
そうですね。今の見た感じだと体力ほぼいい。
まだ何も言えんとこっすね、ほんと。
まだ。モツコリさんが落ちちゃったのかな。
One of these days, I need to
赤
replace.
さんは動いてます。
Like my OS is still on an old school SSD. I want to put it on an M2 eventually, but
落ちちゃったかな。
あ、落ちましたね。
あ、落ちましたね。
はい。そしたら、もつこりさん、セットカウント01で最初からやりましょう。
Macaulay
はい。
is
再試合とい
killed.
うことで。
はい、試合で。
Pour one out for Mans.
さあ、
I'm sure they got him back in here.
はい、じゃあ再試合で
はい、1-0からですね。
1-0からですね。
はい、お願いします。
構えるバトル1エンゲージ。
はい、では気を取り直して開幕ブレードインパルス。お、届いてる。
おお、得意だ。
さあ、コンボの意識が高い。さあ、あーでかいがこれ、あー目押しがうまくいかず。お、これは早めにボタンを押してましたね。
まあ結構揺さぶってくるんで、まあ押しといていいやろうって感じの仕方ですね。
Whole lot of Pokemon news that's been coming out lately. I've been seeing stuff about new megas. I wonder if that means that like. So is there no new gimmick this gen? They're just bringing back megas. That's interesting as so.
押しキーを増やしたところでこういう展開が飛んでくるので本当に。
Pokemon champions. The hell is that?
対応がめちゃくちゃ早いですよ。
早いですね。
めちゃくちゃ見てます。
Oh, they're doing an official battle sim. Oh, okay. Like the Battle Revolution game they did for Wii way back when.
これでもつこりさんリーチ。うまい。はい。こちらもブレイブカウンターですが、
Oh, they're actually doing free to play. Wow, I'm surprised because they would make shit tons of money forcing people to pay for it. They would pay for it. Huh, that's interesting. I heard they're getting rid of like IVs. Like every mon is automatically gonna have 31 IVs, which it's kind of weird because like there was strategy behind IV usage.
あれですね、おそらく M ブラスク出そうとしてサンダー
But
バー
I
ド
don't
に
know.
そうですね、多分今化けた感じ、ちょっと早すぎて化けた感じでしたね。
はい。
ではでは、あ、やべ、準備してなかった。
20 storage slots you have to pay to get more. Oh
はい、お
boy.
願いしま
はい、じゃあ大川さんが
They're gaching.
ど
す。
ち
HP ですね。
らこれ。
大川さんが HP です。はい。
はい、大川さん HP で、角にょきさんが 2P でお願いし
HP
ます。
です。はい。4回戦から全試合移していきます。みんな。
はーい。
はい。そうそうたる面々が。
ボジェも優勝したら確か賞金が150万ぐらいなのかな。
ああ、高い。
高い。
合流できる。
合流できますね。
頑張った結果ですよ。
I mean, bro, I really wonder like how many people are gonna choose to play this new thing as opposed to just still running it on Showdown, though.
どうなんだ、あまり
どうなんでしょうね。
あまりなんか見た記憶はない。
はい。
なんかビーラ側が面倒くさそうに見えるけど、なんかなんだかんだやれそうな。
そうですね。さあ、斧を持ったビカラらしいです。でも魚持ってますね、このビカラ。
なんか魚をもうね。
I don't think I will be, to be honest. At least not for actual like competitive players that are like gonna go to tournaments and stuff.
さあ、そうですね。とにかく近寄らせたくないのと、ワンホールを置かせたくない。さあ、これはでかい。密着で仕掛けていくのは大川ビーラー。ここは早めに光の剣。ああ、でかい。ダーケンやたるがコンボにはならず。おお、
なるほど。
これは足りるのでは。いや、ここでリミット。
What the fuck?
確認する。
密着からうまく持っていきました大川ビーラー。まずは1ラウンド。
やっぱ近づかれるときついですね。こうなるとなかなかメインにやりたいことできないな。
さあ、かなり早めにボタンを押している。
あ、でもこうなるとそうですね。
そうですね。ワンホールからエナジーリストが。いや、うまい。
うわ。
あ、入れ替わっちゃった。
あー、やばい。やばい。これは。
あ、いきなり大ピンチ。
やばい。やめてーだって
ああ、でかすぎる。
これしかビーラー見てましたけど、
そうですね。もう
うわー、出てるわ。
ない。
いや、しっかりしてる。
お姉様の料理指導について。
やはり端に行ってゲージがないとかなり苦しそうです。
なんかゲーム作りたいですけど、やっぱ大川さんも分かってるから、ちゃんとダッシュでちゃんと切り込んで、あれですね、もう相手に
I've been getting this more and more lately.
はい。あ、ちゃんとビカラになりました。
ああ、そうですね。これは僕の知ってるビカラですよ。
はい。物を持ってないビカラですね。
ちゃんとビカラです。
確か かしかぶってるのはこれはあれですね。洗脳してる B 君のカチューシャです。あれ先っぽが脳に入ってます。
これはドクター市垣のあれですか？
そうですね。
ですか？
さあキャラ替えしてこちらもグラマスの抜きお姉ちゃん。
ああでもやっぱり角にきお姉ちゃんはキャラの幅がやっぱいろんなキャラ使えるん
すごいですね。さあうまい。トゲ鉄球からちゃんとコンボをつなげている。
Such a long name, bro.
画面発信。さあひたすら固めてるがオカビラうまい。
うまっ。
これは足りそう。あ、しかしちょっとリミットか。
Official hardware for Pokemon is just so much slower, though, bro. Like I don't know.
そうですね。もう削り圏内まで持っていきます。
I feel like if I'm like grinding and I'm like if I'm like testing teams and theory crafting and stuff, it just takes so long to play on
そこを意識し
official.
ますか体育。ちょっと僕も今のは悩みましたけ
There's
ど。
like so much downtime.
意識高いな。
高いですね。やっぱりビカラってどうしても飛びと回り込みに弱いところがあるので、かなりもう飛びに対して敏感ですね。
まあ大川さんも逆に今1本取ってるからもう今回はジャンプ通してと考えたかもしれない。
Yeah, I mean I get that, but like I said, I feel like that's more of a casual thing, more so than like someone that's like trying to be like world champion, you know? Like I get it on the more casual, and of course they want to see their animations and stuff. That makes sense. But like the amount of like games you can get in on Showdown as opposed to official, it's like you just play so much more in the same amount of time.
そうですね。飛びも見てるのにちゃんとレイストも避けるという。ノースあれされてる。そうです。あれされてます。
第一戦
ここです。行きますよ。
あ、そうですね。これ回り込み見せるのすごく大事だと思います。
そうですね。やっぱしないと。
はい。さあ星から仕掛けていく。
そういう
うまい。
言ってるね。ちょっとこれお母さん困ってますねかなり。いや
そうです。頑張れよトース。
あでもね。
ありますよ。
Oh, wow.
あるよ。
はい。入れ替えて投げを通す。
いや
これはでかすぎる。
どうする？何選ぶ？何でもいいけど。
これは解放ギルトっぽい。
まず DP を奪って、
はい
あれね、ポイントを取る。
最近あんまり見ないアフェクションアー
いいっすよね、これ。
かっこいいですよね。
めちゃくちゃかっこいい。
うわー投げ抜ける。うまい。今もう NL 界だとほぼ最強クラスの NL。
Any kind of logic you can think of is pretty much countered by Showdown does this better. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. They were really cooking when they made Showdown.
丁寧に刻んでいく。ああうまい。出てきここはブレイブカウンター。危ない。
Oh, he could have hit from that.
一気にラインを上げていく。いやうまい。ダッシュ M 通して入れ替わりましたが、いやーこれは難しい。ナイスコンボ。
おお見事。
いやーいい試合でした。
いやよかった。
I could see like top competitors like playing on official
はい、では次は
whenever like a big tournament is coming up though, so like they can practice in a similar environment to what they'll be playing. Like that would make sense. But for like the everyday grind, I just can't see that being beneficial for the most part. Except for I guess if you're a content creator, it's probably viewers probably want to actually see the animations and stuff, right? So I suppose there'd be benefit there for sure.
3立てしてました。
すごいですよ。聞いてびっくりしたんだよ。
日本にはやっぱり強いソリズがいて慣れててよかったって言ってました。
アシス。
いやー。
ランクマに行くと大体2ソリズいましたので。
います。大体います。
大体います。 さあ今回はしかし相手がねやっぱりメーテーラなので
That's actually like they're. I'm not friends with Hayden or like
そうですね、さすがに。
Joey, but like we have a friend in common. So our proximity to the Pokemon community is pretty close actually.
いやー、そうですね、リベンジを果たして。
ね素晴らしい
Wow.
なんかすごい珍しい。
Yeah.
さあこれはで
That
かい
nigga. Goofball. I need to stop in and see what he's thinking because
さあこれは足りるでしょ
new game and stuff coming out. I'm sure he's probably grinding the YouTube and shit again.
うさあナイスコンボリミットしっかり息抜きチーズ初めて見た
Yeah, people can't check your replays on official. I don't think. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe
ね
they'll change that.
配信でやってる
たまにランクマン
Trying to
います
see
よ
this nigga making content or are you fucking
たま
around?
にいます。
さあ新機種ずーっとと有利を取っている
いやー、もうずっとターンが。
Yeah, okay. He's made 2 videos on winds and waves, and then he put out a video yesterday about the new mega abilities. So yeah, he's
いや
you know
もう
he's doing his thing.
これで足りる。
さあ最速はバレー読み合いがうまい
Doing his thing.
あ確かに無理しなきゃいけない
あれは
今カウンターしてましたね
ちょっとあれ噛み合っちゃった。
いやーそれか無敵が出なかったの
I don't even think he knows, bro. I forgot to tell him. he was one of the people that supported me hardcore to get this check mark. So I gotta stop in and tell him sometime.
ノイズになったんですけど
I haven't been able to talk to him in a while.
そうですね、やっぱ。
そうですねさあまずファーストセットはブチ抜きピースが取っていくうまいカウンターか
You don't think he could spectate matches? I mean, that's kind of weird though, right? I feel like that's basic functionality. Like, not being able to spectate, that's kind of weird.
プラスでのブレイブカウンター経験で有利取ってさあしかしゼファーが当たる
Yeah, well, there's
これ
that.
はでかいうまっはやぶさをとし切り返すがこれでもう
They just,
体力
it's because they have a monopoly on the genre, bro. It's like, since there's no one like actually giving them real competition, it's like they know they don't have to push
打点高
or
いです
innovate
からね
あ、そうだ、落とせますもんね、あれは。
because they know they're gonna buy it no matter what.
さあこれでリーチです
Whoa!
あ
Oh,
ー
missed
こ
it.
こは広いです爆捨てしてますねさあ航空券がないときは無理はしません
Yeah, the Smash Bros thing is super ugly,
さあしかし投げに行かない
but the even like I mean, there's like controversy over the lag reduction mod that came out, even which is even crazier.
いや、もうこれ、通せないよ。
はい
おお、びっくり
ここははやぶさを出すさあ全部使っていく
おお、あきゃん。おお、
かけましたが有力層が怖い
これ当たったな。
うまいさあどこまで減る足りそう
あれちゃんますね。
いやナイス
Uchiniki picking this matchup.
うまい
いやキャラピック
The
がか
person
なりいい
who
感
bought
じ
the
で
mod
した
got
ね
doxed. Yeah,
見事
he
ですね
did.
はいはいでは続きましてはまだ
pretty
名
ugly.
前さんとデバガメさんですね
はい、お願いします。
ゼカラ
この組み合わせってどうなんだろ
セラ
うでも
なんか、
はい
なんかバダラがめんどくさそうなイメー
いや
ジあるんです。
僕もそう思いますリカラン飛び道具って暗い判定めっちゃ前に出ますからね
ただ、そう、こう触られ始めるとちょっと怪しくなりますけど、こうなると、そうですね。
はい
ちょっとめんどくさそうな。
ダッシュ投げ
It is
結構バナナマイクも前に来るってことはやっぱあんまり下に行きたくないのか
そうですね結局
not pretty.
ランペから投げ払いで大体狩られちゃいそうですわ
Yep. Yep.
しかし体力いい。
Been there. I haven't been doxxed, but like, I know what it's like to like put in a bunch of effort just to have people shit on you for it. I know what it's like.
2回で
うまい。
いや、うまいな。
あ、しっかり狙ってましたね
そうですね。
第2戦
まあほぼ間違いなく日本最強美からですからね。
今の。いや、そうですね。やっぱり。相当詰めていたんで。
はい。だから対するはほぼ日本最強バズだか
いや、もうこっちもね、最強なんでね。最強対最強はぶつかり合ってるんで、もう。
ら。しかも体力差が3000ありますからね。
いやー、3000はなかなか生ま
But
ない。
that was a while ago, so
しかもね、バト
be
ル
okay.
本体も
But
価格が高いので、3000は本当強い
it's
人なんでね。
it's like it's a very interesting situation because
めちゃくちゃ速いです。
it just demonstrates
これはしっかり。
that even within competitive communities, there's like such a divide in people's mentalities.
レバーさんはこのエルトなんか突進のセンタ
The
ー
reason
は
behind why the other person doxed them,
いやー狙ってるでしょうね。
they were mad that people were using the lag reduction mod online, like on like their regular online queue, like Elite Smash. That's it.
ちょっと止めたんですけどね。
That's why they're mad.
やっぱり避けてましたから。
Complete not like it just, yeah.
いやー、いやそう。
はい。
おお、
なんかすごい。
一回触ったら。
あ、これはブレイブカウンタータイプ。
いや
送ってさあ、あまりにも厳しい体力さ。ああ、削っていく。
ー、いやー、押してる。
Mashed on.
やはりリターン勝負になるとバズラガに分があるか。
こうなってる
Yep.
からきついっすね。
そうですね。あ、胴マウスで削っていく。ああ、ここでラン。おお、確かに。
もうだけ。いや、バックって。
That was huge.
さあ、うまい。さあ、オキディアもついてきます。
おお、マジ。
バックして揺さぶっていく。
お前。
ああ、駒投げ通して。
いや
ああ、ずっと駒投げされる。
やめてるんですよ。
It doesn't matter. Like probably not in the sense that you think I mean, but like your fucking online queue like doesn't like no one fucking cares, bro. It doesn't fucking matter. What matters a lot more is people that play that game in actual tournament environments being able to practice in better conditions. I think that matters way more for that community, to be honest. Everyone has agreed that the worst thing about Ultimate is the input delay by a long shot. So someone comes out with a solution for it, and you're doxing them for it?
大変そうだな。
Can't justify that. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on.
いや、ほんとしか
いくが星がいっぱいいる。ああ、
この投げ。
そうですね。演出に入ってしまえば関係ないですからね。あ、でかい。さあ、もうワンコンボいけるか、まだたまみから。
And your question is like disingenuous, IMO, because like technically there are any number of things can be considered third-party things to get an advantage, right? Like any number of things we could consider under that umbrella. We just draw a line where we choose to, right? Like, do you think everyone should be forced to use the same controller? Should everyone have to play on official controller hardware?
偉いし、エンゲーム力として
Should people be allowed to have better monitors? Should people be allowed to have better PCs that give better performance in games? Where do we draw the line?
フォージもつけさせたくない。あー、ここでフォージがつく。
To me, these are all under the same umbrella to some extent. It's just where you draw the line.
あー、しばらく通すが、ダンプ、
おお、
うまい。
マジで。ちゃんとしてる。
いや、詰めてますね、これは。
ああ、山尾さんも今初めて見せたんですけどね。うまい。
あー、うまい。
But why is that where you draw the line? Why is people using different controllers not considered not okay? I want to hear the justification for this.
アイテムの出はいい
Is that not the same exact thing?
ここで画面
It's a third-party thing
あ
that
確かに
offers advantage to people. Does it not?
これ体力イーブンですがリソース有利はまだざまえるかこれ発生が遅くなっちゃったのがやっぱり牽制だと使いづらい
うわマジ
あー
あ
アバウンドしちゃったナイスコンボ
Tournament legal. When you go to a tournament, everyone's playing on the lower lag.
が出ばそうなりますおめでとうございま
お
す
めでとうございます。
まあやっぱ突然トラックが突っ込んできたら止めれないですよね
あれは知らない
You're playing with less latency when you go offline.
泣いちゃった
Most lag reduction mods actually make it closer to what you're playing offline than
は
not.
い、では
So
続きまして 1P がもつこれさん 2P がドクター1がきさんお願いしま
は
す
い、わかりました。
that begs the question:
ランスロット対グリームにいる
the great sword from Brawlhalla? I have no idea what you're talking about.
懐かしいな
I'm not up to speed on Brawlhalla stuff, to tell you the truth.
我が霞に迫れるか我が双剣にて疾風を
タックルがすごいいやすごいタックルでした
まああそこでまさかのね H 版のタックル
Your argument is more in line with why wasn't the multi-million-dollar company not fix the issue that a modder could? It's because they don't care to. But
うまい
bro, people take things into their own hands all the time, right? Especially in competitive communities, because eventually you're gonna have to.
ランスロットのタックル
Especially in their situation, because like not only do they not do shit for them, they actively, like the company actively acts as a detriment to
そう
them.
なんですよ
Nintendo's the type of company to be like, oh, you guys want less input latency? Let's add more. Instead of just letting people be, bro. Like
バイスプリューゲルでリーサル
they're just fucked, bro. This company's really messed up.
レザースも頑張って
まだ終わってないぞ
Thank you, Anders. Appreciate you.
終わってないぞ頑張れ
過去に置いてラインを上げていく
People can cheat using hardware too. I again, like
さあでかいうまいあーこれは確定だよ
there's like so many things that I think happen that you're not considering. Like consider that like when we talk about people playing on third-party controllers, there's not really a good method to vet people's hardware.
上げて
Like
下げていく
so your argument doesn't hold up. So would you be willing to say everyone has to play on the same exact controller to deny the possibility? Would you do that?
うまいあーここはバウンドしていないので拾えずうわー投げ余れ
投げ余っ
さあ国民がちょっと
Is that the decision you would make?
もう投げてる
投げてるさあこちらも投げている上から仕掛けるがちゃんとうわーここで言うと足りる上にも広いんですよねあれ
I don't think you'd make that decision. Honestly, I don't think anyone would.
有力そうですけどまさにね
I don't think anyone would.
あこれはでかいちゃんと拾っていく
If I'm given the choice of some people can play in better conditions and some people can't, obviously it sucks that like it's gated, right? Because it's like a modded switch gate or something. But like I want people to play in better conditions regardless. This is not crabs in a barrel, bro. Like I'm gonna force other people to suffer because I don't have access to these things.
うわー遅らせ
遅らせになっちゃいましたねさあ取り返していきますドクター石垣
Okay, but again,
遅らせた
but the reason that this even comes up in conversation is because of ranked. That's why the person got doxxed is because he was mad at people using it on Elite Smash. That shit doesn't fucking matter.
もうどっちでもいいからねランスロットはゲージあれば
That shit doesn't matter. Like not even a little bit.
おおよけておお
気合が強すぎるこれは足りる判断ですね地上でコンボを伸ばしていきます
You can call it cheating, but it doesn't. Again, it doesn't matter. I think in this environment, again, there's not a single person that if you ask them, hey, do you think people should play in current input delay or less? Nobody would say they should play in current input delay. It would be universally agreed upon. Like, no one would advocate for the input delay to remain the way that it is. So, people taking steps to not have to play in that dog shit, I don't think is a bad thing. Should tournaments have rules involving it? Maybe, probably. Like if you're running ultimate tournaments, there should be regulation for it, sure. But like vilifying people for playing in better conditions, I think is crazy. I think that's insane. Because like no one would advocate for playing on base input delay. No one. No one wants to play in that shit. There's a guy. That's why I think this is more complicated than just, oh, they're just cheaters. It's like they're playing the same game the way the game actually should be, played, but like obviously circumstances don't lead that to be the case. But like you're gonna get your ass beat either way. Nintendo Switch netcode is trash, but Japan's internet is still better than NA's. Yeah, but like, I mean, Smash Ultimate's huge, right? It's played everywhere. It's not just Japan. I mean, most of the discourse that I see does come from NA, so like, I don't really know how like it shakes out. To tell you the truth. I mean, that game's netcode is not built for North America. I can tell you that. That shit is not built. That shit is not built for North America. It's really bad. It's like only if you've played Ultimate Online would you understand like why this is even a conversation. Yes, and even after all of that, hitbox is not banned. And never has been. Only like one specific version of hitbox has ever been banned, to my knowledge. Hi Eric. How's it going, bro? I think if you're someone who takes that game seriously, like legit. If you're someone that takes that game seriously, like you should take the steps to have it. Like you just should. It just doesn't make sense not to. Right. Obviously, not everyone is gonna take it seriously. Sure. But like, if you're not taking it that seriously, then you really shouldn't care about losing your Elite Smash games anyway. I would argue. Like honestly. Like it's Elite Smash is so dog shit. I can't feel bad. It's hard for me to feel bad. It's hard for me to feel bad because like, bro, that mode is so bad in the first place. So it's like, so it's like your experience is already pretty bad, and like most people recognize that. That's why like not that many people that play the game competitively spend time grinding Elite Smash anymore. So it just becomes like, what do you do? What do you do about this? What do you do about this? That mod will make the community better at the game, like significantly. Like no doubt in my mind. I don't think that can really even be argued. And the sacrifice is some people are minorly inconvenienced for playing Elite Smash. You know, like that's like, do you see my perspective? Like it's yeah, no, they could do it easily. They could, but they won't.
これユーグロウノス
They would be more likely to shut that shit down and code the game in a way that bans anyone detected using it than they would to actually like make changes that help the community. Nintendo sucks, bro.
ワンツーワンツーパンツ。
ワンツー
Yeah, but Nintendo is far worse towards their player base than Capcom ever will be. Like, yes, it's happened, but like
うまい
these dynamics are just so different.
まあじゃんけん。
そうですよ
おお打っていく。
もう開放撃拒否のやつでしたね今のユーグロウノスは
わマジ？
あどうするさあこれでぶち抜きソリズリーチです
The dick riding some people do for companies, like companies aren't necessarily the enemy, but they're 100% not your friend. Yeah, it's important to like always keep that in mind.
チェスト
They abandoned the game because a major tried banning Steve and they tried to shut that shit down. They've tried to shut multiple tournaments down. Like, it's not a matter of them not supporting, it's that they're an active detriment to that community.
うまいクロノスとして
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, I as someone who's been very heavily involved with Smash, right? I will always be for players taking matters into their own hands and working within their means to improve their conditions, because their conditions have been bad for a long time, right? You're a big Melee player a long time ago. Yeah, I like up until from 2015 to 20, I want to say 2021, 2022. Literally just like all I did was run Smash majors. That's all I fucking did. Well, and some locals at my school as well. But so like I know what it's like, and I know we've been fighting against this fuck ass company for so long. Like, if someone found a way to make the game playable in better conditions for I want to say everyone, but obviously like the barrier, so like the barrier is what people feel bad about, right? Like the barrier of like having to have a certain, I think you have to have like a certain version of a Switch that's like actually moddable or something, so it's like not accessible to everyone. So like that's like what people feel bad about. But I think the benefits that it brings outweigh the drawbacks currently, at least until proven otherwise. Though I think, again, if you're running tournaments for it, they should probably have a both or none rule, just for like competitive integrity's sake, right? Because like running tournaments are all about evening playing field to a certain extent. Obviously, like again, like people can play on their own controllers, and there's like a whole lot of things that are like hard to enforce. But if I was running a tournament, I would just have a rule that it's like a gentleman thing. It's like if you're using the mod, you just must disclose. If you both have the mod, cool. If one has it and one doesn't, if they let you use it, fine. But if they don't feel comfortable with it in tournament, then that's fine too. You know, that's how I would handle it. But I would never just blanket ban it, I don't think. Making you feel old lately. You'll be alright, bro. Age is a state of mind. Talking about houses yesterday, Nintendo today, Khalil trying to raise your blood pressure. Listen, man. Hey, fuck Nintendo, man. It be like that sometimes.
レッドベリーソード打っていきます。ああ、これは間に合わなかったですね。
さすがに間に合わなかったですよ。ああ、痛いよ。
These things do happen.
うますぎるマジ
Raging gapped. Okay.
おお、なるほどね。
Alas.
アルビオン仕込みの検出は一緒。
いやうまいな
うまいね、今のは。
あでかい
おい。
まあ遠距離でも近距離でもどっちでもいい耐久投げてああこれはちょっと使っちゃいましたね
Hope one day they can find a solution, but honestly, most likely, I mean, a new game is going to come out before we see the end of this discourse, to be honest, I think.
こういうところで倒しきりむちゃくちゃ
You looking forward to the Shive patch? I'm looking forward to what the Shive patch will do. Like, I'm curious as to how the community responds to it. Is what I'm really looking forward to seeing.
を読んでいるあゲージを使ってしまう今ダーキに出てましたね
そうですね。高めに。
Should be cool.
はいしかし体力差は厳しい
出してる。
カウンターしているのでここはゲージはどう
Of
使う
course, with it comes jam discourse, and that's been going on the past week.
わあ、いろいろあった。
These people are so unserious, and they don't play fighting games, and they pretend like they play fighting games.
そうです。出なかったか
出
な。
なかったですね意識の高いコンボだったんですがあそれは投げていく流れが少し変わったか
Yeah, it's easy self-reports. It always is. It's like almost every new character that comes out in Gear is a self-report
はい
haven.
い
いや激痛さあこれは補うというとむちゃくちゃ減ります
That's always been the case, though. Like ever since games became like live service, like that's always been the case. It's like
はい
while it may be true, it's like kind of a non-issue
はい
because like I don't think there's gonna be a game that comes out that is relevant competitively that isn't patched to a certain extent. Like it's just like the new standard, you know. So it's like hard to. It's hard. So my thing, right, is that
はい
I will always advocate for people like gaining knowledge to deal with things that they have trouble with.
あ全部使う
But the problem is in situations like this, it's like hard to argue against what they're doing because it works, right? As much as I'd like to sit on my soapbox and say that I wish people would stop bitching about characters and this and that, and I do, I really do wish that wasn't such a focal point of discourse surrounding fighting games.
バックステをとが
At the same time, it's like their bitching does get characters changed, and it does get the game changed, and this and that. So like,
おいるおうまっ
maybe I'm the one in the wrong. I don't know. It's a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling.
カウンターが漏れたおおおおおそうですね置き攻め拒否で5弦から揺さぶりがうますぎ
いやー、そこでそういうことするんだです。
People bitch, then the game changes and they still don't play it. Oh, that happens all the time. So like that, the issue that you're talking about is like the separation of community and fandom, right?
はい、お願いします。
So like people in a fandom for any given thing will speak about it and discourse about it while not having as much investment in it, right? So like they'll see discourse on a game, a fighting game, pick whatever fighting game, right? And they'll talk about it and they'll have their opinions of it and this and that, but they don't actively participate in actually playing the game, right? And so their perspectives are usually really warped because they don't play the game. And so like it becomes important, especially when dealing on social media, like learning what to filter, right? Like you just always have to like have that context of like, okay, this is someone that is like active in community spaces. Do they play in events? Do they run tournaments? Do they do this? Do they do that? Do they do any of those things? Right? And like you kind of make the judgment for yourself on like how serious you take them from there. Because if you're taking everyone seriously that just needlessly bitches about the game at every turn, it's like you're gonna drive yourself crazy, bro, because these people don't even play the game that they're talking about. And that's most of the people that like have discourse like the jam discourse. Most of the people that are bitching about censorship and oh my god, these devs are so pussy, they keep changing designs. These fuckers don't play the game, bro. They do not play the game, and they don't care. They actually don't care about the game at all. They just care about being able to use this as a vessel to push their narrative and to push their ideas, right? That's what they care about. They don't care about the actual game. They don't care about the community. They don't care. And so that's why you have to filter. What they do to Gem? They didn't do anything. They just her design changed going into Shive, as does with every fucking character, bro. They didn't do anything. It's just normal video game shit. The same shit that happens anytime a new installment of a game comes out. Characters' visuals get updated, bro. That's just what happens. You want them to take the fucking sprite work from a game 20 years ago and just drop it into their 2026 game, bro? That's what you want? Is that what you want? I don't get it. I don't get it. Even Ryu got changed, bro. That's there's not a single fighting game character that has not changed design-wise over the years, aesthetically. I mean, you have to. Like, if you're making a modern game, you have to. Like, it's just, it's natural. No other game has to deal with this. Like, no other genre deals with this, I swear. Like not to this extent. Like, it's so crazy, bro. It's like Of course. And that's fine. I don't see the issue. I don't see the issue with designs changing. I really don't. I can't see a good argument against it. I just can't. Yeah, the moment one day I know one day I'm gonna get called a tourist on Twitter by someone. That will be the funniest day ever. That will be the funniest day ever, the day I get called a tourist on Twitter for speaking about something, bro. Can't wait for that, bro. I got dunks in the back pocket ready. Same time when people complain about Cammy's design. Yeah, that also happens. It's like, bro, okay, here's the thing, man. Some people are just like horny to a detriment, I feel like. Okay, like, I'm gonna just say it. Like, I feel like some people are just too horny for their own good. And like, I'm not a prude, right? Like, they'll call me like a Puritan for saying something like this. But like, things like nudity and stuff like that do not need to invade every single part of your existence in life. It just doesn't have to be that way. Yes, characters are allowed to be attractive, obviously. But like, bro, like, you're making posts about how a fucking underage character's panties were censored. And you're saying that's the reason you won't play the game. It's like you just were never that interested in the first place, right? That's what comes to mind for me, right? It's, when I hear someone say something like that, it's like if this is the break, if this is the make or break for you, you were never that interested in playing the game in question in the first place, which is like fine, but don't lie about it, you know? Don't pretend like this was like some grand travesty that impacts normal, well-adjusted people, because it doesn't. It doesn't. A normal person, a well-adjusted human being, does not pour their entire existence into things like this, right? It's just not how it is. Especially in a fighting game, bro. That shit, bro. You're playing a fighting game. You're playing a fighting game, bro. You don't just get to stand there and stare at the character when you play a fighting game in the first place. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know. I just like SS6 so prudish with the swimsuit costumes. Yeah, it's like the absolute juxtaposition of, on one hand, having those complain about Jam and how they can't see panty shots anymore, and then I go over to Street Fighter and DJ has a whole ass thong, and I'm also seeing posts about how this is not okay. I'm just like I'm just, you know, and no, it's not the same people, but the fact that these two groups of people still exist in the same space, right? And one of them, and like, and a lot of the time, like, neither of them are actually like playing the game. Neither of them are like actually playing the game. They're just saying things. They're just saying things, bro. It's like, and the DJ thing was crazy, because I was like, the DJ thing was like, I think this person is just insecure, right? To be honest. The DJ post, I was like, this person's just really insecure about their sexuality. So anytime they see a man that has something showing, they're just like, oh, I can't. It was like when Belial costume came out, there was people like that too, right? Some people are just really insecure. So like, yeah, there'll always be people like that, right? It's not going anywhere. But I'm just like, why every single time a character gets redesigned, we have the same dumbass people doing the same fucking thing? Like, bro, it's like, for what reason? I don't understand. What is the goal? What is the goal? You guys want to go on fight? They want to go on tirades about like, yeah, bro. Censorship ruins art, and this and that, and it's like completely ignoring the fact that one of the most important parts of art, on any art, is that it is free. The freedom, the ability to evolve and change over time. Art is reflective of the human condition, really, right? There's a lot of things that goes into what makes art. And so like, you're freaking out about a design changing, but isn't that antithetical to the idea of art in the first place? Because it's allowed to be free. It's like, why are you so mad about them making a change that they wanted to make? Question? It all, their argument is that it's all, they would never make those changes if it wasn't for the woke left. The woke left forced them to change our panty shots in the fighting game, bro. It's all a societal conspiracy to tear us down. It's like, no, bro. You are just likely porn addicted. Like, that's just, I don't know how else to say it. What else do I say about this? What about the Tokon designs? They're cool. They're cool. I think Magic looks really good. I think I'm definitely gonna play Magic. Magic looks dope. I want to play Magic and Doom, and maybe Danger. Danger also looks cool.
投げてワンコボ圏内うわー痛すぎる
いやー
DI. The fucking woke left. Ruining my game, and then they get so pressed. The funniest part is when you press these people about whether they actually play the fighting game, or you're like, yo, show me your Steam library, yo, show me how many hours you have on the game, yo, show me your start GG. Bro, I love that shit. I love it when people get pressed about things like this, because it's like, there was one time someone did this, and it was in Smash of all things, right? And they got pressed, and so they were like, yo, show me your start GG, bro, because you're talking all this shit, bro. I don't think you really know what you're talking about when it comes to tournaments. And the person that the person that they were arguing with, like, literally they went to some random person's start GG and stole it and posted it, and the person that they ended up posting was someone that the original poster knew, so they knew that they were lying. That shit was so fucking funny, bro. Oh my god, I was crying. I was crying, bro. I was like, how do you smoke yourself that badly, bro? Like, even someone... I have more respect for someone that at least admits, like, again, fandom and community are two different things. So if you admit that you're in the fandom and you don't have that much investment into the game and these are your thoughts, like, okay, man, that's okay. It makes it easier to filter in my eyes, right? I can just say, okay, that's fine that you feel that way. I'm just not going to take you that seriously, right? But someone who lies, I can't respect you at all. I can't respect you at all, because that means to lie, that means you must acknowledge that your argument falls flat on its face, because you don't interact with the game or the community on that level, right? And you try to skirt that by lying, instead of just saying, hey man, you know, I don't take this shit that seriously. I just, you know, I just feel this way about the design. Like that, it's like, okay, whatever. But the moment you start lying, bro, gulag. You can't be helped, bro. Check their browser history. It's so insane, bro. The amount of discourse in this realm for this particular topic is just like skyrocketed recently. And it's like, it's so predictable. It's so predictable. It's so predictable. Like, I knew the jam discourse was gonna happen the moment she was revealed. I knew that shit was coming. And the reason it's so predictable is because these people are chronically online, bro. They're like very chronically online. There are people that literally keyword search the word Bridget to go look and argue with people about Bridget's identity as a trans woman. They do that. That's like what they do. You think that sounds ridiculous, right? Certainly no one would be that miserable, right? No, they literally do that. So, like, yeah, of course, Jam's gonna come out and there's no panty shots and they're gonna complain. Of course they are, bro. Of course. Of course they are. It's inevitable, bro. You personally love Jam's design? It's not even like about preferences either, right? Like no one's mad about someone preferring an older design or anything. Like at least to my knowledge, I've never seen that. If you say, hey, I like the Gbvsr Jam's design better, like I wouldn't even bat an eye. It's when you start using this as like some crazy narrative agenda bullshit that I'm like, bro, this is not. You're not real. You're not real, bro. panty shots are not a character identity. Facts. They'll try to convince you otherwise though.
顔ですか
I've seen it.
カタリナお姉様の完璧無比なお顔の造形
The craziest one I saw recently was like someone was like
すごい強みだ
Guilty Gear and anime is fan service. Therefore, panty shots should always be present. And I was like, this is so reductionist. I even question if you even like the things that you're talking about in this conversation. Like, do you even like the art that you're trying to interact with? Like,
あここで足払いが通る
because like if you're just boiling it down to that simple, like
この
that
組み合わせ
that
スカーレットオースプラス
narrow of a
が合わせ
concept,
た
it's
ら
like
実質まあ
I feel like you've kind of missed the point.
ああそうですね
You know?
はいなのでスカーレットオース2段目が
The no, bro, it gets even crazier. It gets even crazier because the biggest post I saw was I think she was doing tap dust, which is like a vertical split kick, and they're like, oh my god, bro, they intentionally covered the panty shots. These fucking devs are pandering.
足りそうですね
And it turns out the attack in question also existed in Gbvsr, and it also did not have a panty shot during that during that same attack. So it's like,
あー結構減りますかねこれ
what are we talking about? What
ファーストセット取っていったのは岡部
This is exactly what I mean. These people do not play the game.
出しませんでしたいやでも近づくまでがとにかく大変
あーこれ近づく
はいエーテリアルシールを咎める手段が少ないんですよねあー削って削って残り体力2割
You didn't even notice? Yeah, that's because you're not pausing gameplay and zooming in on jam panty shots because you probably have a frontal lobe that functions properly.
さあ削っていきますあ UC 出してくれない
Yeah, we call that being a well-adjusted human being.
あーこれは確定です
これはそうですね
変身前はうまい
Yo, what's up, Pluto? Hey, you need somewhere to vent, bro? What's up? What's up, man?
ナイスガード
You're under your house with your plumbing? What the fuck happened?
そうですね足場
Hello?
がいい押しているあー届かないいやここでユーシールこの距離で打たれるときつい
Your PVC piping blew apart. What the fuck? I mean, I've heard of pipes bursting before,
この
but
距離避けても別にいいことない
do y'all have like super extreme weather or something over there?
スカーレットオースで前をつけていくおいいとブレイブカウンターそうただスカーレットオースって初段ブレイブカウンターされると
It's been bad, man. Every stream there's a new topic. You can't click on anything SS without hearing about Alex's relations. I mean, I feel like I don't know. That's
あーこれは噛み合わ
to me that's like whatever. Personally,
動
like
き
it,
動けません
あうますぎ
はい組んでるあこれで
I don't think it's like that big of a deal, to be honest.
やっぱシューティングモードはなかなかあれですね突破するのは
But the discourse that we're talking about, I think, is important to like let people know because it's very easy to get sucked into the vortex.
もう一回
Because like these conversations just keep coming up time and time and time
あ
again,
ーこちらも投げ
and some people get fooled into thinking that that's how like actual fighting game players think.
さあ近寄れない
And it's just not.
体力逆進しています
Oh, it unlinked. Oh, okay. Sheesh, man. That sounds like work.
うまいさあゲージがないんだいやー削りだがゲージがないきついっすね勝利したのはキノメーテラとなります
はい、おめでとうございます。
おめでとうございます
木野さんとデバカメさんですね。はい。
はい
おめでとうございます
はい 諸説ある組み合わせですね。
I mean, again, like
ありますねこの組み合わせ
すごい諸説あります。
トナメルやります。
はい、
while that may be
お願い
the
します
case, bro, Alex is fighting game character, bro. Like, I get it. Some people don't want to play him because of that. They're free to make that decision. But like, this just isn't that. It's not that big of a deal, bro. Either play the character or don't. Like, it's just not. I just feel like this isn't as big of a thing as like people are making it out to be, right?
あ、まあ逆だけど、一回。
Like, some fighting game characters do some really fucked up
な
shit
るほど。じゃあそのままで
in
そのままでお願い
in
します。
canon, in lore.
はい。
It's just like, yeah, like I'm pretty sure Marduk, like Craig Marduk in Tekken, like literally raped someone.
これで勝った方がぶち抜き
Like
で
it's
すね。
this is not, you know, like it. Yes, it's fiction. At least, thankfully, like it's yes, like the things that they did were bad, right? I understand, but like I don't think people should be shamed for like picking those characters in the fighting game.
始まれません、バトラガガは。
Is that insane to say?
もう
He's
しば
like,
らくは耐えて耐えて
そうですね。さあ50%たまり
like,
ます
come on, bro.
どしどしと
さあちゃんと見ている。
Below would be like the least played character ever. True. Literally committing war crimes out here, bro. Bison literally body snatches. Like he kidnaps people with the goal of literally inhabiting their body.
さあ激痛。
Like,
乗れるときにダメージ取っていきます。
like, bro.
さあもう一回投げていく。相打ち上等。
Yeah, you know, it just be like that.
そういうことあんのめちゃくちゃ偉いですよ
A reasonable balance take, not in your FGC. Well, you haven't been in this stream for very long, because that's all I am, bro.
ただもう
At least I aspire to be. I just take time to think about things before I speak on them. Makes a world of difference.
酒が早い。
The races of King. Bro, I played Frieza. I made Frieza.
あ全部ある。あ
It be like that.
木戸さん結構寄っていく方のメーテラなんですよね。
そう乗ってくるんですけど取り込みめちゃくちゃうまいですよね
うまいっすね。さあここは無敵技切り返していくが下投げ払いが当たる。
I'm crying, bro.
さあどうする。ああユーシール厳しい。
今のはもう
Geese the mafia boss. Yeah, we don't want to talk about what Geese has done, bro.
ないですか
Jin is out here like starting World War IV and shit. Like, yeah, these characters get into some nefarious behavior, man.
これはランページ対策。ダウンを取って暴れつぶす。あ、削りかですかね今のは。ああ噛み合っちゃった。さあゼファーでいく。うまい。
You're not playing Dr. Doom and Tokon? Bro, that's the character I'm looking forward the most to play. Doom is so sick. He's so sick.
あ、これデバガベさんも全然悪くはないんですけど。
They forget their characters. Whoa. Be careful. Be careful, Zach. You might enable them. You might enable hashtag them.
はい。
If you're not too careful.
あ、ここでフォージがなく。
Only I don't know how many people know what I mean when I say hashtag them.
フォージをつけれますが、ダウンを取っていく。
But hashtag they use that same argument.
オデグロノスが通る。これはでかい。あー、じゃがみ H が
Who do you play in the game for morals? Shit, bro. Pick your poison. It's all cooked. It's all...
読んでますね。
あうまい
あー、ここでラピッドバルパッション。青川さんも参加ありがとうございます。
Yeah, Storm looks great. Storm's design is really, really nice.
マジ
マジか今
ここで投げる。
Virgil, bro, Virgil's dope. He be doing some messed up shit though, for sure.
この前のやつ日野さん対策っぽいですね。
Alas.
迷いのないハヤブサをと
But it's that's like kind of what makes things interesting, bro. Do you really want every character to have the same exact morals and story and act the same exact way? It's like we can go back to the days where everyone only got to play one fighting game character because all the characters were exactly the same. If that's what people want, then sure, but I don't think that's what they want.
ああ削っていく。
バグがもうワンコンボですねこれ。
そうですね。さあ地道に削っていきます。おお食べれない。
Like I could just never, I can never see myself saying like you watch Alex's trailer, you're like, oh, he looks super fun and interesting, and then I like his music, and I like this, and I like that, and I like that, and then his story comes out, and it's like, oh, that's weird. I'm not gonna play this character anymore. Like it can never be me. It can never be me personally. I understand, but it can never be me, bro. When I pick a fighting game character, how they play is the most important thing to me by a long shot. If the ugliest character in the game plays exactly the way that I want them to play, I'm picking the ugly ass character. I know not a lot of people think that way, but that's me. I don't give a fuck.
なかなかワイが出れなかった。
いやあんだけ徹底されたら難しいですね。
そうですね。
Does it win versus
あ、メガリ
BC?
スさんありがとうござ
I
い
mean,
ま
it's
した
Invul that you mean on
メ
startup.
ガリスさん参加されてたん
What, like, what do you
です
mean
ね
win versus BC? You can do like button cancel you grab to grab them to like BC bait if that's what you mean. No, oh, I think sometimes they'll BC through your grab though. Like you'll invul through them, but they'll also invul through you and you'll miss.
ラウンドファイナル。
So like, yeah.
あ、これルーザーズファイナル。
まだスターボード更新してないので
What if instead of boning his sister, he was a Klansman? I'd still play him. I've played characters that have committed genocides, bro.
さっきのさんを応援してるフェン
Like-
さんもコメントありがとうござい
Yeah, it's a fighting game character, bro. It's,
ます。ここはブレイブカウンター早めに使っていく。
you know, like it's, it's, we have people out here trying to take down entire multiverses, you know, like it's,
ああ、これは勇気だわし。
原崎が減っちゃいましたよ。
ブレイブカウンター投げていく。ああ、でかすぎる。ああ。
but you know, the thing is, it's like fighting games are interesting because like in some way, I think our proximity to our characters is maybe a little bit closer, at least it's perceived to be. And so like when people pick characters, they really do take it as like a representation of themselves. And that's like why whenever they hear people's inputs on their characters, like whether they're super easy or super hard or they're carried and this and that, they get offended as if it's an attack on their character when it's not. It's just the character, bro. Like it's, you know, it's it's not that big of a deal, I don't think.
素直にも空間をガードした時には読み合いに持っていっていい。
Bro, Auto Mod's having a field day right now. Yo, visuals with the raid. Thank you, bro.
さあ厳しい。ああ、でかすぎ。さあここはゲージ使っていく。
Most people don't care about what a fictional character did. They just want to play them because they look cool. Yeah. I think aesthetic is probably like what a lot of people look at first. But I do think there's a sizable amount of people that do care about like characters' lore and, you know, their morals and this and that. And that's like fine. To me, that's still just interacting with fiction, and like I can never be mad at that. That's totally fine for you to care about those things. I just can't see myself caring to the extent where it would stop me from playing a character that I'm interested in, you know?
さあなかなか近寄れないが。
Like I just don't, I couldn't see that for myself
ジャンプでのキラボス。
because I'm picking characters to achieve certain things. Maybe I'm competitor brained. I don't know.
ああ、でかすぎる。
It's like
カウンターすると切りもみしちゃうんですよね。
yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, I just don't give a fuck. He's like,
ああこれは対策。
何してる
did your first ever stream? Oh, there you go. You're so right about EX Narm. Anyone who downs back, it's hard. It's hard to, yeah, it's hard because you don't have like. You don't have as good a throw bait as like regular Narm, right? So it's like it's kind of hard.
ソニックはもうとにかく。
近づくのも苦労しますね。
はい。
Is it wrong for you to mostly play waifus that are at least high tier? It's not wrong for you to do anything. I don't think there is a wrong
当た
here.
っちゃった。
I think you can pick or play whatever character you want for any reason. It's just how you respond to certain things, I think, that gets people in trouble. Like, there's plenty of people that only pick characters that they're attracted to, right? I'm not mad at those people. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't pick what you want, bro. Like, as a guy, pick what you want. I don't really give a fuck. When you go and you make a thread on Twitter about how like I can't play waifu characters anymore because they keep censoring them, it was like, okay, well now you're going on a fucking list, bro. You're going on a list. You know.
ああ取り返していく。
There's characters with aesthetic qualities you wouldn't play it. You don't really like Vera or Nier is crazy and probably wouldn't play them. That's fine. That's fine. Honestly, like most people's choices and like when we talk about like preferences and stuff, like most of them are innocuous. Like no one, it doesn't hurt anyone for someone to like pick a character because they like the way they look, or they pick a character because they like big bodies, or this. Like that doesn't affect anyone. No one gives a fuck, right? I think too many people think more people care than actually do, if that makes sense. Like, and that's probably a result of social media to some extent. Like you feel like people give a fuck, but like no one cares, bro. Insurgent with the raid. What's up, man? How's your stream? Hey, you've been dodging, bro. What you been up to? You been in IRL work life or something? I haven't seen you around in a bit. I thought you quit this game, bro. What happened? That timing was diabolical. That's true. That's true. Submerge the Persian. Why does that name ring a bell? Submerge, he's been in this chat. I mean, you've probably been in the chat at the same time with him at some point. If that's how you want to play the character, it's fine. Just be comfortable enough that it's the reason why you're choosing them. Yeah, no, of course. And as always with anything, right? Going at people because of their preferences, I think, is like insane. Or like trying to force your preference on others. I think that's also crazy. Like people being shamed because they pick a character that turned out to be strong or something like that. Like that happens a lot in fighting games. That happens all the fucking time. It's like you want to pick the character that you want to pick because you like certain qualities, right? But that same charitability is not given to people who do the same exact thing just on characters that turn out to be really strong. And I think that's like we're missing something really big here. There's something wrong with the way people think about characters to some extent. Do we know when the next Grand Blue patch is? I don't think the patch itself has a date. We just know when the tour starts. I would assume it's not long after that. Is what I would guess. 90% of people that play characters like Baiken. Wait, what do you mean? The tour starts at Evo Japan, so first day of May. I assume that the patch will probably be like some short time after that. Is what I'm guessing. Yeah, but that behavior, what I'm saying, Sheer, is that behavior is vilified in fighting. There's actually like very strong sentiment against people that do that, which like doesn't, you know, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Is it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. What's up, bro? Where you been? Where you been, bro? I feel like I haven't seen you around in forever. You been all right? I feel like you've been MIA.
ね、ちゃんとしてるの本当に偉いですね。いい方に全部転ばせましたもん、なんかさっきから本当に。
それで読み合い回していくんですよね。うわー、今
Job hunting. Ah, yeah. Say no more. I understand. You don't even have to say anything else, brother. I feel that. You don't think there's anything wrong with that? It's just if you're not winning, you don't know how you're gonna feel. I think you should be. Well, ideally, every person that plays a fighting game would be comfortable with losing for any reason. Since fighting games are overwhelmingly a result of your own actions, so like if you lose, it's your fault. But that's not the world we live in. Unfortunately. That's not how it plays out in reality for a lot of people. So, you know, what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, a whole lot of avenues to dodge accountability. Stunts a lot of people's growth. Low key though, okay. You know what? Let's branch from that conversation. Okay, so like, yeah, fighting games, you know, 1v1 games, you know, it's strictly based on the performance of you and your opponent, right? Okay, so IMO, even MOBAs, like even team games, bro, there's so much accountability dodging, bro. Like, so many people want to blame their teammates. It's like, bro, you're not that good. You're like, okay. Obviously, there's games where people literally throw, right? Like, I will never get mad at someone for expressing discontent with that. Clearly, there are, like, did you guys hear about Marvel Rivals having like an entire website where people were getting paid to throw games? That was like a thing. It was like facilitated throwing for profit. That was like a thing. So like, if that happens, like, understand, I get it. But the thing about team games is that like no one is always gonna play their best, right? So to me, as long as you're actually trying to win, right, there's always an avenue to victory. Sometimes that avenue is just being much better than you are now. But like, even like, I have 4,000 hours in Dota 2, right? And throughout those hours, right, probably 3.5K of that time is solo queue, right? So I got really comfortable with like accepting that no matter how well you perform in a MOBA, especially, this goes for fighting games too, you can always play better, right? You can always play better. People are just too rigid. I think people are way too rigid in team games. Their idea of like what playing well is too rigid, and so like even if they're performing well, they're not flexible enough to cover for the shortcomings of their teammates, which you have to do. Like, you have to do in a team game. That's what being on a team is about, right? You have to cover for each other. Like, you have to adjust your game plan based on how the game is going. If someone is getting targeted and tunneled, you're gonna have to reevaluate the strategy. Yes, you might be 30-0, but does that fucking matter if you lose the game? Ask yourself that. Does that fucking matter? No, it doesn't really. The idea of like, oh, well, I did my job and that should have been enough. It's like, I think that's very harmful as well, to be honest. Because people in Overwatch Rivals don't like switching character or role. No, I know. It's because they don't really care about winning that much. They want the feel-good feeling of winning, but they're not willing to take. To me, when I'm competing, right? When I'm competing in anything, my mentality is, by any means necessary, so long as it's within the rules of the game, obviously, right? And so, like, yeah, bro, like, I might not like it, but if I have to play a character that I don't like playing as much, but it's better for the team or better for the situation, then I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fucking do that. Do we want to win or not, bro? Like, some people queue these games and they don't want to win, I swear. I just don't understand it. Like, why are you queuing? Why are you, as a grown-ass person, queuing into a game, right? And then AFKing because you're mad about not getting a certain character or this or that. Like, are you trying to win or not, bro?
I'm taking this 300. And I'm getting some cheeks.
I don't know whose egos are more fragile, bro. Honestly, I don't know. It's probably similar. The NFL player with 200 yards who hates his team. If you're talking about fighting games, the implication is that people like you would always be playing whoever the agreed upon top tier is. I don't think that's true. I think my mentality, if you adapt it to fighting games, is just someone that is willing to counterpick, right? And I am, personally, right? To give you guys background, right? When I started, my first competitive game that I started like playing in tournaments was Melee. I started as the Sheik main. And I was doing pretty well, right? But there were some matchups that were just really hard for me, namely like Jigglypuff, Ice Climbers, right? And I didn't like the way they felt. I was like, this feels really, really hard, right? And I know that I'm not that much better than my opponent that I can beat them in this matchup that seems to be hard, right? So what did I do? I picked up a secondary for those matchups. That's how I picked up Fox. And I started beating those people. And so, like, I don't think there's any shame in it. Like, honestly, I don't think there's any shame in that at all. But to reach that point, you have to be willing to admit that, okay, the current me is not good enough to get it done. So I need to explore alternatives. You can become good enough to beat your bad matchups on whatever character. You can. You can aspire to be just that much better than everyone. But it is hard. It's a tough path, right? Most people don't have the mental to go down that path. They don't. They would like to, ideally, but like when they're actually on the process of improving to that point, you're gonna face setbacks. And you're gonna have days where you queue up and you're getting fucking smoked over and over and over again. And you're gonna look for other avenues to dodge accountability, and that's what most people do. But I don't think there's anything wrong with like recognizing, okay, I don't want to play this matchup, so I'm gonna pick something else. I don't see like why that would ever be an issue, but it's kind of vilified. It's something that gets vilified a lot. It does. If someone that is a character specialist on a mid-tier decides I've had enough, I'm gonna pick a top tier because I'm tired of playing bad matchups, bro, casuals eat them alive, bro. They eat them alive, bro. They're like, I used to be the biggest fan of this guy, and now he's just dog shit happy chaos player, bro. I can't believe I believed in that. It's like, are you the type to get mad at an NBA player for shooting threes? There are people like that. These people exist. And I'm in disbelief. I'm like, do you know what competition is?
ちょっと待って
Dude's again. Yes? Oh, that's what's up, Patrick. Well, you're one of them then. You're going on the list, bro. I don't know what to tell you. He's again. I'm gonna get you, bro. I'm gonna get
いつも
you.
喜んでるはず。ありがとうございます。
Because they aren't good at it. Wait, who are we talking about? Who is it?
くださいね。今、リザルト作ってます。
はーい。
I think people in the NBA just haven't accepted that the game has changed, personally. Like, vitriol against people shooting threes is, I think, failure to recognize that the game is just straight up changed. It's just not the same game as it used to be, right? And you can feel some type of way about that, but if the best strategy becomes to chuck threes, then, like, why are we mad at people for chucking threes
Te voy a pegar con la tier list, jefe.
at the highest level of the game?
Tiempo muerto.
You know?
Sigo pensando que Catalina es mejor que Siegfried.
A ver.
No vamos a hablar de tier list.
Yeah, I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying you have to like it, right? I'm not saying you have to enjoy that style of gameplay, but like blaming the players or vilifying the players for doing so, I think that's insane.
BC que no llega a nada.
I think that's just crazy. Like, why?
Y ahora
Obviously,
mismo
about the
los
NBA you
dos
can
de
think
la
of
gente, piño,
off the top of your head is traveling isn't a rule anymore. It's been forgotten in favor of cool plays. Yeah, so yeah, that does come up a lot too. Yeah, that's true. The traveling thing. You know, I wonder.
Llevándose.
I wonder though.
¿De qué tier list quieres hablar tú?
I wonder if like the viewer base of the NBA would actually believe that the play quality would go up if traveling was actually called more.
No, no te vamos a poner, te
And
vamos a poner
what
uno
that
de
looks
single
like.
surfers y
Like,
otro.
to what extent is it even going to be noticeable?
Minecraft, sí.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I know this comes up all the time in conversation, but
Sí.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about like how that would actually play out if it came down to it.
Para. Aquí, esta atención.
It's hard to say. It's not just traveling. Refereeing sucks in every
Digo
sport.
que no lo está llevando. Ay, lástima que no
I
podemos-
feel like I've seen refereeing criticism in every game. Yeah. I mean, officiating is important. I could see like why there'd be criticism directed at
de lo que me gustaría
officiating.
reconocer o de lo que nos podíamos llegar a imaginar desde
I
el
think
principio.
like so long as you have humans doing the job, like obviously people are gonna make mistakes, right? And I also don't think it's necessarily the easiest job in the world to do either. And I'm not caping for refs.
El Ferrito de haber
But
jugado en Arts tiene
I
que
feel
jugar
like
así.
officiating is likely much harder than people think it is. Is it- Does that excuse some of the really bad calls that get made? No, definitely not. But I think it's hard.
Los cambios se sienten un toquecito en las palabras.
Claro. No va a llegar a quitar.
games evolve. It's so interesting. That's like why games are interesting of all kinds. Physical sports, digital sports.
El 2U característico
That's like why
de
they evolve over time. Like even if left alone, they get like the game
Mira,
at its
yo soy
essence
bien y me
in a lot of ways. Like they don't necessarily like change a ton, but
habría funcionado.
even though the rules themselves don't change that much, the game as a whole can change a lot. The system fails too. Leagues don't want to pay for bettering it either. See that's a systemic
La
issue.
realidad
Then.
es que te va fatal si no has empezado.
That's a systemic issue. Yeah. But that's so silly though. Like why wouldn't they spend more on officiating? NBA has money. It's not like they're gonna go broke. Like, it's like- now we're getting into capitalism and corporatism. bro. This says a lot about
No,
society.
lo mató porque no ha hecho el óptimo.
Vaya, casi. Sí, con el
Sacrificing the good of the game for profit maximization. What the fuck was that?
Pero he visto yo de
What?
Narnia.
Nah, bro. What was that?
Qué bien, vale. Y el predictir.
Vale, esto va.
Se me
What
haría
was
raro
that,
que
bro?
tuvieran problemas de conexión, pero no es la primera vez
Les
que se tiene que
pregunto
hacer.
si tienen una conexión bien o mal o si son puntuales.
Sí, sí.
Bro, he hit him with a Zawuno in the middle of the fucking game. What the fuck?
If there's some connection issue, please.
Why there are not full-time refs? Are there not? I was under the impression that there are full-time refs.
Eso pido directamente por el canal.
Are there not? Was I mistaken?
Vale. El combate ha finalizado.
Están pidiendo por un test de conexión.
I thought there were.
Si lo pide alguien.
The game thought he was yeah, Delta Clock IRL, bro.
Estoy diciendo Bandini que el juego se está congelando y
Ya,
digo
sí.
también. Vale,
Lo quieres hacer tú, Blanco.
Not for the NFL. Oh, okay.
Venga. Aunque también estaría bien que.
Really?
no,
There's
güey.
not full-time refs for NFL? That's interesting.
A ver, no es...
I'm gonna have to do
Pero-
some reading
pero
on
yo
that,
primero y
actually.
luego lo hace Agua.
A mí
I
es
did
que
not
vaya
know
a
that.
favor de nadie, pero esto ya es la segunda vez que pasa con Bandine.
No, por
Que
Se lo hago yo al Bandine, se lo haces tú a Diego y luego
Vale.
al revés.
It's
¿o?
so weird. Like,
Vamos.
sports leagues, like, they have so much capital to work with. I just can't see a justification for why
Doesn't happen to me usually.
these very
Es
important
duro,
positions
no
would
me
not
gusta que esto esté
have
pasando porque la partida estaba siendo bastante
full-time
igualada y
and
bastante
benefits
interesante.
and all that. Like, I don't,
お前の直感を信じろ私はしいたけを信じる
you know, that's kind of a question mark for me. Like, what are we talking about? Is is the pay good enough for full time? I just think I think he means like it's like literally not an option. Like they just don't employ people for full time hours.
Fue problema de Bandine.
A mí contigo me he cargado directo.
I think is what he's saying. Also,
última vez
Die-
también fue problema
bro,
de
why is the room hoster
Mira.
Diego blocked, bro?
Sí que va.
I need
algo
lore.
mal.
Because we all still watch. I mean, yeah, that's definitely part of it. Leagues that are like that are too big to fail, right? Like we're talking about these games that have
Va bastante regular. Va 6 frames.
like found their way into culture at this point. Like if your game becomes that important to any extent, like pretty much no matter what, they're gonna be
No me
around.
gusta, pero no sé.
Very few of them are full time. You think it's only a
Ahí
few
ya
heads of crews and
dependerá
1-2 of the
de-
crew. That's so
Ahí
interesting. That's so
dependerá
interesting.
de lo que
Hacemos
digan
cambio.
ellos.
Vale.
Vamos, Agua, demuestra por qué tienen que nerfear a Willy, digo. uf.
¡Ah, Willy!
And
Tienen que dejarle
on top of that,
andar
it's like
primero
it's
para
not
que pueda
like
nerfear, ¿vale? Que no puede ni
dónde
correr el
viene?
pobre.
it's not like there aren't a lot of officiating.
Pero creo que el Bandine se
Vale,
mea.
ya
Like
falta el primero
there's a
que
lot
dice,
of people that complain about
Así
officiating,
que-
right? So like
Vale.
it's not
No,
like
no,
there
no,
aren't
no se mea
complaints.
porque-
So
Puede jugar en todos los torneos.
yeah, I don't know. It's a very weird situation, huh? Because
O sea, simplemente por curiosidad, no por.
Mira, con Diego me va bien.
¿Y tú, Agua? Con el Bandine.
Parece que va bien estable ahora, 82 MS, 65 de doble face.
yeah, that's definitely I learned something new today. And hey,
Igual.
my
Puede ser
one of my
cosa del
goals every
último,
time I
pues,
click
creo
start
que
streaming is
decía,
to learn something new. So hey,
Aparentemente el
I'll
problema
take
viene
that.
más por parte del Bandine que
Vale,
otra
tampoco
cosa.
se me laguean las skills.
Zach said League was the funniest with that shit. It was so consistent. People geek over the smallest things. Yeah, it's so crazy. It's like, but that's what makes me feel like that idea is like what made me come to the realization that no matter what the genre of competitive game is, the same issues arise at the root, right?
Será cosa del.
A mí sí que
Like the
me
issue
ha ido
you're
mal
talking
todo
about
esto,
is like kind of what I spoke on earlier with idealism, right? People having this idealized perception of how the game is played, and if anything in any way detracts from that ideal, from that idea of how they think the game should be played, they kind of fall apart.
Entonces, es lo que dice
Right.
Ese es el problema, o sea, a mí me va bien y
Both
a mí me va
internally and sometimes there's also pretty nasty outbursts that come along with it. But
Porque a mí
the
solo
the idea
me
that
quedo de
people
paso al principio, no me-
are not allowed to play the game in their
Estaría
own way, I
bien,
think leads
sinceramente,
to
no he visto problema.
you just really not understanding how games work.
Estoy diciendo que mal por-
I don't play League. I play a lot of Dota, but I don't play League. But the dynamics are the
Por mí,
same.
a ver, diría que seguirán
That's
jugando,
the
pero siempre
the,
hay problemas.
the
ver,
dynamics
sí,
are the
no
same, bro.
problemas,
It's all the
sí,
same
va.
shit.
A mí sí, Diego, no me ha dado problemas. Bandine sí que le tardó un poco más en conectar al principio, pero luego me ha ido estable.
You'll see these types of people, and no matter what type of game you play, shooters.
Le va mal
Ahí
Bandine.
Dota's always had voice
No, ahí
chat,
tienen
yeah.
que decidir
Yeah.
ellos.
Bueno, pues,
At least as long as I've been
sí,
playing,
los jugadores
I've always had voice chat.
hacerlo.
Ahí tienen que decidir ellos. Si ellos están de acuerdo con seguir jugando el set sabiendo que puede pasar, pues. Oye.
Dota has like
Claro.
they're kind of nutty with it, bro. Like, cause they have like voice and text chat, but then they added somewhere along the way they added like they have like a wheel. They have like a voice line wheel. So like there's a wheel. When I started playing, the way that the wheel worked was like there were like preset commands that you could assign to like a text wheel, right? But then they added they added a voice wheel. So like there's like character specific lines that you can play on the wheel too.
Bueno, porque sabe que
And so like some people use those to communicate as well. But yeah, it's kind of goofy.
A ver,
It gets kind of
hay que
goofy
decir a
sometimes.
ellos. ¿Qué te voy a decir?
Some of them also
Está
all
bastante
chat, so
igualado, así
it
que,
gets
Parece que quiere seguir jugando.
yeah.
lo que digan ellos.
Most of the time the insults are in Russian. You know, I didn't run into that many.
Sabemos que Arceus no es
Well,
la
at
mejor
least not
Nintendo
in
Rookie.
voice. I didn't run into that many Russian players
Pero bueno,
during my
parece-
time, but
parece que van a
they
seguir.
definitely are there for sure. A lot of people queue, you know,
Bueno, parece que van a
NA
seguir
East or
teniendo
US
esclavos
East
dentro de
server,
la-
like even if they're not from there. So it happens.
Uy, uy.
¿A quién le están bombardeando el cable de red?
You played one game of Dota in your life, picked Shadow Fiend and went 20. Shadow Friend.
Vale, bueno, si no se quejan ellos.
Sí.
Vale, hasta parecía que era solo el principio.
Yeah, SF.
Vale, igual es
SF is
Todos-
cool.
Esta
You know, I
partida,
never
pues,
was
sigue yendo
much
mal,
interested in
vuelven a
playing it
iniciar
myself,
a
but
Es lo que te digo, yo con Madini me tardé un poco en
my
explicar,
favorite
pero-
Dota player, Arteezy, was actually known for Shadow Fiend, so I've watched a lot of
Sigue,
Shadow Fiend
Así
footage.
que no pasa nada. Piño.
No creo que esté muerto, ¿no?
Sí, porque deja un rombo jaña.
Se me olvidó. Y no hay jañas, no hay jañas, tío.
No hay ni
That dude's a
jaña.
goofball.
Y digo que luego del pequeño parón del Connection Test parece que no le ha afectado mucho el parón y sigue enchichado.
Uy, la paró en seco con la onda del placaje de
Past the point to get into it personally.
CP.
Oh,
Martínez.
yeah. Well, I mean, to me, it's never too late. But yeah, I understand. Obviously, like, there's a lot of games to play nowadays,
Sí.
and
Sí, no-
I think a lot of people don't like the feeling of having to play catch up. I personally don't mind it if I'm like really into the game, but I think there's plenty of people that don't like the feeling of,
Está muy bien,
oh, I'm so
está bien
behind
enchichado,
because
sabe
people
lo
have been
que
playing
hace,
this for
sí,
years type deal.
efectivamente.
That happens in fighting games too, I think.
Y otro más.
You tried and went, tried it after playing LoL for years. Okay. Tried so many champs, but you remember playing Invoker, and you're like, yeah, I'm not him. Fun fact. That's the hero I learned Dota on.
Buen combo.
Esta mata.
The first hero I picked in Dota.
Me gusta que la gente haga sus castigos óptimos.
That's actually who I learned the game
Qué
on.
quisquilloso, tío. Ha matado, ¿no? Pues ya está, da igual.
Yeah, it was like I still remember my very first game of Dota. So like technically it was the second hero I picked, but the first game I played with friends because the reason I picked up Dota was because in college
Se ha tomado el café mientras...
I had some friends in a scholarship program and they all played Dota. And so they were like, yo, you should get on this game. And I was like, I'd never really played a MOBA like that before. And so like the first game I ever played, I picked Lich because we were playing as a 5-stack. And so they were like, put him on as support so he can learn how to play the game. But when I started like actually playing and like queuing on my own, it was Invoker. It was like,
Y otra vez Bandini con
I was just like,
el
bro, this character is so sick.
Rowie.
I started with All Stars. No, Dota 2.
Sí,
Sí,
Dota
sí.
2. I started playing
No sé
Dota
si
2 in like
es
2014,
memoria muscular de algún
2015.
select o algo, pero
Hombre, también
Something around there.
está haciendo el 2L muy cerquita y parece que esta distancia típica de hacer de tick throw. Pero no.
You a psychopath? Some would say it takes a certain type of mind to
proyectil.
do the things that I do, bro. It'd be like that. It's like
Bandini,
Le
va,
castiga al después.
Invoker's so sick though. He's so cool. He's so cool. I
Ay,
definitely was getting my axe beat at first. Like it was,
¿Eso se
yeah.
puede hacer?
Bro, imagine, 'cause, like looking back, I could understand the perspective of like why some people felt some type of way. Because it's like
¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Qué ha pasado?
you have like this new player and he's picking Invoker, and like Invoker was only played mid back then.
Y
Right.
lo ha confirmado con el
And like
balance,
mid
el mid screen.
at the time
Ah, sí.
was like the role that
Una
always
manera,
went first,
Maiteando el BC.
right?
Clásico castigo.
Al final el...
Like when you got into a game, like when you loaded into pick phase, like people, everyone wanted mid, bro. Everyone wanted mid.
El backdash que es bueno.
Everyone-
Y Bandini que consigue.
so they felt some type of way about me picking Invoker, but hey, man, I figured it out. I didn't end up. I didn't stay on him for super long. Like I always had him in the back pocket, but as time went on, I definitely figured out I was better at carry and offlane. Well, at least the heroes that I liked to play were better in those roles, so I didn't end up going mid that much. after,
Que no ha llegado a nada.
there was a
Pero
Lina
sí, que va a hacer
stint.
intento.
Played a lot of Lina.
De ley parry pilla bastante.
Bandine jugando paciente.
And then there was a Wind Ranger phase. But then after that, I was like, bro,
Que no llega nada.
when Phoenix came out, changed my life. Because like I was there for the release of. I think when I started playing was when Legion Commander came out. Because I think she came out first.
Random que le caza.
Esto va a hacer mucho.
So I played Legion Commander because she was new.
Tira el super.
No tanta.
And I was like, yo, this shit's kind of cheap.
Rarete.
I was like, this shit is kind of cheap. So I was like spamming Legion Commander for a while, but it was hard to get her in games because she was new. So like everyone wanted to pick the new character, right? And then Phoenix happened, and like that shit changed my whole perspective on how MOBAs are played. Phoenix was like, I was like, yes, this is the character. This is the one. This is the one. So I played shit tons of Phoenix. I have like 80% win rate on Phoenix. Like it's like I don't know, something just clicks with me and that hero. So, something about me and that hero just worked. But Phoenix, I was playing him off lane, so like I just got more comfortable with the off lane role. So then I started picking like in metas that weren't friendly to him. I started picking like Bristleback and like Doom. So it just be like that. But the solo queue classic, bro, I would just first pick Mirana. I would first pick Mirana because Mirana could go in any role. So I didn't like. In my mind, right, I was like, I don't want to get into these situations where everyone is arguing with each other about roles and shit like that. And so, like, probably for like a year straight, there was a time period where I would just literally, like, pick phase would start, I would just insta-lock Mirana. And whatever role was left, that's what I would play. Just so people would not, just to reduce the amount of arguing people can get into. I was like, listen, bro. No matter how good our lineup is, if people are mad about it, we're never gonna win. We just need to we gotta lock in. This is a solo queue meta.
Otra vez falla el side switch.
Lich getting pub games with his ult. True. What genre is Dota in? It's a MOBA. It's just like League of Legends, bro. It's just different. You don't know the game works competitively, but you ever get into tournaments? We actually did. We did play some. We did play some comp. The sad thing is, you know, here's the sad thing. The sad thing is that like I was the last one in our friend group to take on Dota, and like kind of all of my friends that got me into the game like stopped playing before I did. Great. So I was like kind of the last one left. But yeah, we did some like 5-stack stuff, and there was a really funny comp game that we played where like so this is hard to explain. So Dota has elevation, right? It's like really this game is like really fucking complicated. So it has elevation. So there's like stairs and cliffs like over like on the map, just in places, right? And so there's these places called ward spots, and you don't have to put wards there, but like they're supposed to act as like if you're new and you don't know where to place wards, there's like a little ward symbol there, right? There's literally a ward symbol that's like, hey, put the ward here, because since there's elevation, if you put the ward up higher, you see everything, right? If a ward is on the same elevation as like trees, then you can't see in the fog of the trees, right? It has to be above for you to be able to see it. So those a game in comp where our support player got cliffed. So he got put onto the ward spot, and and they camped this courier. So like essentially what happened is like some abilities can force movement, right? So you can force someone to be stuck on the cliff, like, and they can't get down. They can't get down because for you to get down, you have to TP, right? If you don't have a movement, if you don't have some type of movement, then you have to TP. But your TP can be interrupted because it's channeled, so they can stun you and stop your TP. So they cliffed him, and then they put a ward down, and they just sat there. He couldn't go anywhere. He was just stuck on the cliff because he can't TP, and he's playing a character that doesn't have any movement. So
Está jugando a los trolls.
that was a game. We had to go on a whole rescue mission, bro.
creo. Y esto
We
va a
had to
matar,
leave
va a
all of
matar.
our lanes to go into our jungle so that we could stop this dude from camping.
Sí.
Mil veces en el Assistant Tour y en el RS.
It was insane. It was insane. Funniest shit I've ever experienced in my life, bro. He's like-
Que se mantiene vivo 4-4.
But yeah, we played a few. We won one. We lost that series, but the other series we played 2 competitive series. One we lost 2-0, and one we went 1-1. So it wasn't a long tenure, but it was fun. It was fun.
Un poco de suerte ahí.
Game has changed a
Todo
lot
el
since then, though.
malo.
Uy, no me entero. Si se lo ha comido el follow-up.
Stay up all night to watch our TZ get reversed 3-0 in grand finals. It was tough. It was tough. Yes, this happened to us in an actual like comp game. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. The guys we were playing against were like way better than us. Like they were like way better than us. At the time, we were like, because we were still on MMR numbers back then.
Uy, le voy a grab.
So we were like 3K. We were like 3K MMR. And these guys that we were fighting against were like 5 or 6K, something like that. So like they were way better than us, and so like there were a few failed rescue attempts.
Uy, ese los H no ha salido por un pelín.
You gotta wait for this glue to dry. It'd be like that.
Dropeando los dos.
Yo, Patrick. Pluto says he hates being a homeowner, bro. You found a brother.
Ha sido muy peligroso.
You're one of them now.
Buena, no respetas el dodge.
No, true. I really like team games. I actually am gonna get back into playing Dota again. I've been kind of away from it for a while because I've been going really hard on FGs.
Déjame
So
entrar, mamá.
I actually really love that game though. I think that game is like
Papá.
definitely one of the best I've ever played.
No podía sacar combo. El throw otra vez, toc.
You played an Overwatch 2 tourney when the game first came out, and one of your Masters friend plays everyone else was gold silver. We played the best team in tier 2 and lost 3 maps in less than 10 minutes. True, but the thing is, it's all about the vibes. It's all about the vibes, bro. That's the thing. That's what I mean. Like even when you solo queue, it's all about protecting the vibe, bro. Because the moment the vibes get fucked up, everything falls apart. And so if you have to make some sacrifices to keep the vibes from going to shit, then you got to do it, bro. It's just how it is. No, it's not that you're playing for the vibes. You're playing to win, but it's really hard to win if the vibes aren't good. Right. That's why solo queue feels so hard, because it's very easy for the vibes to sour, because people have really fragile egos and they just tunnel vision on certain things, and so like it's really easy for things to get fucked up. That's like why people have so much trouble. So like you have to do a lot of management in a way. Don't want to try to play Deadlock. I don't have access to Deadlock. I'm gonna try it at some point. Yeah, I just haven't yet. I couldn't play Deadlock because until recently I had a really shitty GPU. I was still on like a 1070, so I was like, bro, I can't run this shit. Same with Marvel Rivals. I was like, I can't run this fucking game. I can't. What's going on? It's messed up. But now I could probably try it because I have better GPUs. So. I like shooters too. I definitely had an Overwatch stint. I feel like I would like Deadlock more though. I'd probably like Deadlock more than Overwatch though. Bro, Rivals is fucked up, bro. I'm like, bro, I can't. What is this game optimized, bro? I'm like, why can't I play this game? Why can I not run this game? This is crazy. That was the first. That was the first time. That was the first time that I was like, because like the 1070, like it's old, but it's kind of a beast, bro. That thing was reliable as hell. But Marvel Rivals was the first time I booted up a game, and I was like, bro, I can't play the game. I like actually can't. Like I'm not even getting 60 FPS, bro. I can't play the game.
No le ha hecho 2H.
And then,
No sabe que
and
es
then,
Carlos
you know what
tiene
happened after that?
quinta ya.
After the Marvel Rivals things happened, one of my viewers gifted me Doom: The Dark Ages,
Ferry con la
and I was like,
camiseta
"Yo, thank you,
marrón.
bro. I've been looking forward to play this
Claro,
game."
tiene que ser marrón.
I double click the game,
Vale, el techo no es
and they're
marrón.
like, "Nope,
Ay, el
can't
mazo
open the
es-
game because you need a graphics card that's ray tracing capable."
Felipe, que estás hablando de los trucos de Khalil, ¿no?
And so they literally just didn't let me open the game, so I'm just sitting here looking at this in my library, like I can't open the game.
Doble perfect, ¿eh?
Le está matando a los dos. Por favor,
And so that was the last straw. I was like,
aquí.
okay, I got to do something about this. This has gone on for long enough.
Le acaban de meter 50 trampas por el culo.
You think it's the building that causes the problem for Rivals optimization? Maybe,
Así de marrón está.
maybe. Yeah, Deadlock.
El Pilar.
Deadlock seems like the right type of complicated for me. Like the thing I really liked about Dota is that how complicated it was, and how like diverse the item builds and stuff could be because the items are so high impact. It's what led to me like sticking with it over going to League of Legends personally.
Buena, buena, viene con pito guapo.
Buen combo.
So I feel like I'll like Deadlock whenever I eventually do try it, but who knows when that will be.
Optimillando.
No hay antiaéreo.
Hopefully sometime soon.
Pero
I don't
bueno,
know.
no
We'll
pasa
see what
nada.
happens.
Al Ferry le
Yeah,
cuesta
Dark
los
Ages was fun.
antiaéreos.
Was fun when I finally got to play it.
Quiero que nos no queda Khalil.
I was like,
El pinche que no es.
Demasiado es malo. No llega al corner.
messed up world, bro. Messed up world.
Uy, se come un TH con malilla, bueno,
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. It's. I think that
Y lo podría. podría
Somewhere
haberse
along the
soltado
way,
más aún el combo limit.
I just
Podría
had
haber
like
hecho
a
una
really,
trampa.
really good. Like I tell people this all the time. Like somewhere along the way during fighting games, I like found like I had like this mental breakthrough, right? And like once that happened, like I think I got a shit ton better at literally every game. Like like every competitive game that I played, I got so much better at all of them because I just understood how these games work, how to interact with people. And at the end of the day, like, you know, you just got to remember that these are games that we're playing, bro. Like, if you're not having fun, then there's no point, you know? The moment that shit stops being fun, you got to go somewhere else.
Peposat.
The passion's so obviously there for the team. Oh, like the dev team. Yeah, I haven't played it yet, so I can't. I haven't even like really watched Deadlock that much. I think I've watched one game of Deadlock ever.
Y aún así hay
I've
gente que no lo
not taken
castiga.
the time to look into it because I was like, bro, if the more I watch it, the more I'm gonna want to play it, and like I couldn't.
Buen combo.
I don't want to do that to myself.
Relleno de fuego.
I want to lead myself to a treasure I cannot possess.
Más trucos. Pero. Vale.
Warframe, okay. Yeah, I'm not as familiar with the movement on Warframe actually. I had one friend that played Warframe, but not that many. I did have a lot of Destiny friends though.
Ay, no dan la trampa. La trampa yéndose súper pronto. Que se noten los nerfs.
El área. Bim.
Toma, gritaco, a la esquina te vas.
Ahí
Pilar.
tienes. Presión
Buena
honesta.
está, ¿eh?
Ah, falla el combo.
Falla el combo.
Y volvemos a. Oh, wow. Volvemos a los trucos de Cagliostro. No
A
pasa
ver,
nada.
aprecio el intento de DP.
Uy,
El dodge al close H. Eso es negativo.
Yeah, I like
close.
when I play shooters, I tend to like shooters with movement
No, Pilar,
as
no.
opposed to slower shooters, I think. Cuz I had a Valorant stint too. And like it's fine,
No me interesa, Carlos.
It's fine.
Ahí,
but like
esquina.
El Pilar no borra la trampa. Buff Pilar.
I don't know, I like schmovin. I like schmovin. Like I like Apex. And I like Titanfall.
Eso es castigable, Ferry. Bueno, no sé si versus ya puede.
I like schmovin on people.
Menos 6.
Sí que puede.
Sí, puede, tiene una FL, sí.
Con el 2L.
Con el-
Valorant,
pero
I
entonces
think
le
you can
llegaba
make it feel like there's good movement, but only if you pick a certain Only if you pick certain
NFL
heroes,
7.
right? And like none of the movement heroes I was like that interested in. Like Jet is cool, but like I don't think I was that interested in Jet to play Jet. I was playing Astra. I fucking love Astra. But but Astra does not have movement, bro.
Algo que me parece bastante gracioso de Versusia en el matchup de Khalil es que Versusia pasa por las trampas que están en el aire y no las activa.
Ahí va, qué buena.
Ya, pero que es simplemente gracioso.
You hate that personally. That's fair. Yeah, like
Ves a la Versusia pasar
Jet
diciendo,
and
sí,
Reyes.
aquí no hay trampa.
like there's some characters that I can do some crazy shit. They probably released more because it's been forever since I played Valorant, but
Claro, se ha tomado el café y se ha vuelto todavía más
I was
marrón.
definitely like when Astra came out, I was like, yeah, this is the one. This is the one.
Un momento que estoy haciendo un duck para que
I didn't really want to
niña.
play anyone else when she came out.
Ganó las finales del mundo, así que yo lo firmo, Doc.
Sí.
Yo no lo firmo.
Claro, porque la quieres
Tú
jugar.
quieres jugar ahora con ella, no te jode ya que no ganas con Bea nada, tío.
Vale.
Bueno.
Bueno, parece que a Carlos no le ha sentado bien esa ronda y ha dicho, no, aquí está mi venga.
Sova, oh yeah, Sova's sick. Sova's also
Oh, yeah,
sick.
Shimi.
I feel like if I didn't,
Le shimmy,
if Astra didn't come out, I probably would have ended up on Sova. Sova's
Le
also
guiña el
cool.
ojo,
le guiña el ojo, le chasquea el dedo, le dice, jeje.
Mira cómo te voy a sacar las entrañas con esta silla. Uy, la gorra de la que cae.
Plus.
Buena presión.
Yeah, I feel like in my time in Valorant, Sova was never bad. So like, I don't know if that's still the case in current day, but there was never a time where Sova wasn't good in my time in Valorant.
Eso es muy
¿Es
negativo.
castigable?
Eso es-
Oh no, he didn't punish. You hate to see it.
El Firestock
Ay, sí,
volviéndose loco.
Drinking cancel. Esto me debería matar, pero le meten a situación de mierda.
Oh.
Las trampas no tienen blocks.
He got his time, yeah, for sure.
Pero tío, que le ha ido
That character is
empujando
crazy.
mientras tía le rompía la trampa y la ha pegado a la trampa.
Y 4-0. Carlitos que ha puesto.
You know,
la-
Flash plays a lot of Dota. He talks about it all the
No
time.
llega.
¿Ves? No llega.
I don't know if anyone in
Tío,
in
¿has
socials
visto
plays
cosas que son
Deadlock.
plan-
I'm sure there are,
Hechos
but
de
like I
castigar
don't see
con
people
agarre,
talk
con
about it.
leche, y luego quieren que están ahí saciados.
No, wait, I think Jeremy plays, doesn't he?
Uy,
No sé de qué hablas. A mí me parecen bien esas cosas.
cállate. Que
I think
no sé
Jeremy
cómo
plays
es que la
Creo
Deadlock.
que
Sí.
deberías de callarte, Aza. La
Sí que
verdad.
lo tiene, sí. Carlos, que se lo ha petado todo aquí. Para hacer
Nah,
el
but
truco.
but that's the
Oh,
thing.
qué truco más.
Listen, bro.
más.
One of the secret laws of competitive games is that characters with movement are always
Porque
valued.
es castigable con throw.
Carlos,
Like
que es un
all
negativo
like there is
ahora.
not. I don't think there's been a
Pero Feli
competitive
parece no
game
saberlo.
that I've played
Son de suelo.
where like
Pues es el negativo.
Es
a
negativo
character
igual.
with like
Es-
special
es solo-
movement that no
es
other
solo
character can
negativo.
do isn't just like
Sí, es
even if they're
menos
not that necessarily the
Es que no
absolute
tiene
best,
guerras
it's
así,
always like
Y Carlitos.
it's
para
always
hacer
something to
algo
bring to the table.
Suficiente para matar.
Carlitos
Y
en
se
set
pone
point.
en set point. Ferry, intentando retomar un poco las riendas, que se está comiendo cada
Movement's
lanza tras
insane,
lanza.
bro. It's just it's
Afuera,
always
ya no
is.
quedan
So
sitios de
the
que
movement is
apuñalar de la
freedom.
Versusia.
Se come.
The
come lo
and the
que
freedom to do crazy shit
Vale,
is
vale,
like
gastamos la barra, que
always
no queda
good.
corner.
Bien, bien.
Ahí está el pilar. Vale,
Lo que
presión en la
otra.
esquina. ¡Uy, le ha
No la
pillado!
cagues el combo esta vez, por favor.
Ojo.
Pero
¡No!
qué
Oh.
cojones son esos de 2H.
Bueno, no tenías que decir nada.
Está haciendo los óptimos.
El último va con 2H.
Sí.
¿Cómo han cambiado,
Ay.
¿cuánto han cambiado los cambios de Versus? O sea, los combos de Versus y el micro no juego.
Si entras en el Discord de Versusia verás cosas muy turbias.
Y
every
óptima.
character you pretty much do the same
Sí.
shit. They just utilize it to different extents. I see.
¡Uy, le voltea!
Ahí le baitea el Brave Counter. Y esto debería matar.
Sí, ¿no? Sí,
porque
sí,
le deja un rojo
definitivamente.
super. Y es el fin. 5-0. GG,
I remember like the day I learned about like
Y
tap
Carlitos,
strafing
no te
in
vayas, que te
Apex,
va
I
a
was like,
tocar
bro,
jugar
what
contra
the fuck?
El señor
Diego.
Mr. Diego.
I was like, okay, this shit is different. Hold on. Hold on a second. No, I reevaluated like every character I looked at differently from that point forward. I was like,
Nuestro amigo Nitro
I
se
see.
diera al trono, se ha jubilado
The
ya.
thing that was a shame though is that Octane
Games, say it back.
was like kind of dog shit.
No,
But I hear he's good
no
now.
digas.
I actually hear that he's kind of broken now,
Bueno,
but
pues sí. Una
haven't
buena
played in a
temporada,
while.
Nitro mantenía el trono bajo su férreo agarre con 11 victorias consecutivas que se marchó.
bro, after this is over, we got to get the lore of why he has Diego.
Diego,
Y a ver cómo lo hace Diego contra
Contra
Gibby.
Cagliostro.
Was that recent or like old school? Because like
aquí sí, contra la
somewhere along the way they broke supports in Apex, and I was like,
yo creo
oh
que no lo tiene nada
man.
bien.
There was a meta that was insufferable to play against. I don't know how many of you play Apex, but there was a meta that was like,
Siegfried se tira la Fireball.
it was unbearable,
Y
bro.
Cagliostro dice,
Because they gave supports a new passive.
rompe la Fireball.
They gave supports
horrible, tío, ¿por qué das palo? Porque es una ola de
like
choque.
this passive that made it so when you healed someone or if they got picked up, they healed over time until they were full.
Definitivamente es mejor matchup que con Bea.
And I think they also like used health heals more efficiently. I think it was double, or they were faster. I can't remember which one it was. And so like there was a meta that was literally triple support. Like people were just picking triple support. They're picking Lifeline, Newcastle, Gibraltar. You just couldn't kill anyone. It was impossible.
Diego, de momento, en problemas
You just
para lidiar
could
con
not kill
Diego,
anyone.
Diego le está tirando la cara.
It was you just could not ever
Y ahí
like
está el truco.
Truco tras truco.
if you opened on a team and you did not down 2 immediately, you were fucked, bro. You were not getting over there in time. You was a
Carlos está ganando,
Ya, ya.
está ganando tras hacer la maravilla.
that was definitely an interesting time.
Wow.
Opino lo
Sí,
mismo que
también
Perro,
pienso
tío. No sé qué ha dicho, pero opino lo mismo. Se
Ahí va.
come.
But yeah, that
Pero no,
Uf.
y esto va a hacerle mucha pupita a Khalil.
triple support in existence is the worst meta in every game. I don't know if I've dealt with many triple support metas outside of Apex.
Vosotros no había una trampa aérea ahí.
I don't think they were doing triple support in Overwatch when I was playing.
Buen baiteo.
Ahí al BC. Esto debería
Yeah, I think Marvel Rivals, that's where they're at right now, right?
No estoy yo muy confiado.
Because wasn't that what the whole Kingsman fiasco was about? He was telling people to pick triple support, and they didn't want to, and all that.
6-7.
A9.
Uy,
Vale,
buen
ve.
de ahí todo, ¿no?
Da igual, no voy a asumir más trucos. Yo me
Toma.
levanto como un puto.
It's been for a while. Oh, okay.
Hasta le cojo de la cara y se la estampa.
Like when you say for a while, like how long? Like
Otra vez cazándole con ese delay close L.
Toma, toma.
Y bastante daño.
Le
Otra
vuelve a
vez.
baitear el BC.
oh, there's a lot of invul ults. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that being an issue.
Y esto debería
There's just
pasar.
so
Y
much
Diego
stall.
que
You
tiene
can
el
never
mapa.
really like open. I see.
Parece que Diego ha desmontado rápido. En una ronda. A ver si lo puedo mantener.
Ha perdido la primera. Pero era porque estaba descargando los datos de Carlos en la nube. Ahora
El casco.
parece que.
Mhm.
Vale,
No puedo
vamos,
complicar.
trampitas.
Que corre por
Ahí
delante del
estamos.
pilar.
I see. Yeah,
Como
that could be
son los
annoying.
personajes.
Yo no puedo correr.
Lo siento, tío. No juegues Wilnas.
Como se haga tampoco puedo.
Pues no juegues Bass. Tampoco.
¿Y qué juego? ¿Nautilus?
No sé, un muñeco normal.
Ah, vale, descríbeme que es normal para ti, zorra puta y voltera.
Bro, people crashing out on Marvel Rivals is really funny though. I can't
Vale, te
lie.
lo compro.
El proyectil que se le bloquea en el aire.
¿Por qué volví a escuchar algo de la Bea?
Sí,
Pescando con dinamita, ¿vale? Pacientes ahora los dos.
fuera del rango
Ay.
del 2-1 de la Cagliostro, baiteándose y castigando.
What do you mean a list of things? Who made the list? And why the fuck do I care about what they? Huh?
Jaña. Jaña. ¿Y Carlos sabe una adivinanza?
Y se la come en la cara la miranda.
Yeah. I mean, Marvel Rivals is a money printer, so
Y rondita
you know.
arriba
Digo,
para el señor
está
Diego.
demostrando tener un juego
pretty
muy
much no matter what they
de
do, I think they'll always have a lot of
presión,
players.
pelea,
It's
pelea,
fucking Marvel
cuando está
game,
contra
bro.
el rival. y que parece que está abriendo muchísimo.
And their skins are printing money on top of that.
Comiendo constantemente. Uy, esto sí que va a doler. ¡Ay, no! Se le fue.
Ay, no
el
conecta
CH.
el CH.
Esa trampa ha desaparecido.
Qué
por estar
lástima
fuera
ese
de
Darius que no llega a ese H. Que asumo que era Ran H. Ya ha llevado al Carlos a la esquina otra vez.
El Carlos ha pulsado 2 L. Se ha escuchado. Está haciendo delete. O sea, delete.
Super. Y Carlos, creo que te han pillado las manías defensivas. O cambiamos esto. O esto va a ir mal.
Le ha intentado hacer la guarra de hacerle ese switch con esa trampita activándose.
They don't give a fuck about comp at all. You know, I kind of felt that sentiment just because for how big of a game Marvel Rivals is, I haven't seen much about their comp scene at all. And like, to me, I was like, this is weirdly disproportionate because like, obviously a lot of people are playing this game. So I thought I would see something about Marvel Rivals competitive, but like, I don't see it like anywhere. I usually like my timeline. Usually I get stuff from like every competitive game because I really like competitive games in general. So I like to stay up to speed on what's going on in all the communities. I just never hear about it. I just never hear about it at all. The only thing I ever heard about was, like I said, the Kingsman controversy. And like that was a creator tournament. That wasn't even like official comp stuff.
Las opciones todo el rato en close L's, delays, los throws. Lo está haciendo bastante bien. Y que le está dando mucho.
They saw Overwatch and learned to leave the comp scene to their own device. Yeah, I think that's like overcorrection though. Like Overwatch is a special case. Overwatch literally fucked up esports as a whole. It's not even just like their own comp scene. Overwatch League like ruined esports. So like it's not. I don't think the sentiment you have to pull from that is like nobody can do it correctly, but it's like impressive how bad they fucked up on Overwatch. They fucked up really, really badly. Like we're still suffering the effects of Overwatch failing, Overwatch League failing the way it did, even years later.
Le carga ahí de trampitas para que no pueda moverse ni un centímetro. El throw que le va a dar como de tubo.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
¿Por qué la caja es capaz de sacarme de tubo de un throw?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, players will. I think, given enough time, players will always take matters into their own hands. That's why like community matters more than anything. Always. Right? And like I don't have to tell you guys this because we're fighting game players here. So like you guys, it's really easy to understand in fighting games, but like really this principle I think applies to every game. That being said, the problem with like being purely grassroots and community based is obviously your reach will always be smaller to some extent. Like official tournaments run by the dev will just always like have greater reach because they have more avenues to, you know, advertise, market, this and that. And then the scary thing, which is only scary if like shady people are the ones in charge, but obviously when it's individuals that are in charge of things, individuals can have flaws, to say the least. Things can that's not to say companies are always perfect or anything like that, but I feel like it is more it is more of a gatekeeper. Like if you don't like a particular person and they're in charge of this thing, like how much desire do you have to be involved in it, you know? Like I can't imagine what it's like to be a Grand Blue player and hate me. Cause like bro, I'm everywhere. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, it's tough out here. It's rough. What are you gonna do? In a perfect world, the devs let players set it up, and if marketing allows it for a bit, the devs help to support it a bit. It's not ideal. Ideally, I tell you what the ideal is. The ideal is that the developer to passionate player relation is really good to the point where like they can work together on a vision and then work towards making that vision happen in tandem. Not many games have had that happen though. There's not many games that have like reached that ideal. Because like getting off the ground yourself can be hard, right? Even if you have the passion, as much as people would like to believe that, you know, as long as you're passionate, people will show up. In a game as big as that, it's hard to make it happen because it's just so many people, right? There's so many people, it's easy to slip through the cracks. So usually the people that get the most traction are able to get their feet off the ground are people that have higher standing, quote unquote, like they have more clout or whatever in whatever respective community. And then the problem is that like people that don't know any better will flock towards those people, right? Even if the product is dog shit. Even if the product is dog shit. And so unfortunately, that's like kind of a dynamic that I think that comes with it. It doesn't always happen that way though, but it can. I've seen it.
Oye, esto va a doler.
Medio tubo aunque no anime. El Simi que no llega nada.
Y tocando.
Farrito tocando el.
¿Cómo?
Stop posting these smiley faces, bro, before I crash out, Zach. I'm gonna get your ass, bro.
Ya puedes tocar la almohada luego tú. ¡Ay, que le interrumpe el Shishi con el culazo! Oh, buena,
Yeah, if I speak, I'm suspended for 6 months. If I speak, I'm in very big trouble, and I don't want to be in trouble.
Déjame el jardín, por favor, no lo quiero con tu basura.
Ese Ran H para reposicionarse, meter a. Ahí
Bien,
está.
tocando al 623M.
Wowzers.
Carlos ahí con las trampas, con el 2H, con los pinchos.
Súper directo. Quiero el daño, quiero quitarte el rombo.
No, tío.
Uh-oh. Yoink.
Trampas, vamos con chip damage. Y lo mato.
Pero encuentra el hit.
H que entra.
You got hit.
L.
Against partner immediately suspended. No. The people I'm speaking about don't have the power to suspend me off a platform, bro.
Bien.
They just have the power to make my life annoying in other avenues, which is really fucking irritating. But,
Carlos machacando 2L otra vez.
hey, that's the way it is. Keep fighting the good fight.
Toma, puñetazo en la cara.
Throw.
Me encanta
Seis ya.
ese de throw
Buen
throw
DPI.
porque está metiendo un puñetazo de en la cabeza en toda la cara. Dios,
¿Más
la
trampas?
presión.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's
Trampa,
pretty unfortunate.
trampa. Ay, no.
What is
Le
happening?
perdona la vida, Carlitos.
Más trampas.
Más trampas.
Le interrumpe.
Ahí.
Uy, que le pega pero no se activa
¿Y
la
se murió?
trampa.
Esto está muerto.
Claro, el 623M en counter hit te da para CH y de todo.
Pero es que
Y
pasa
Carlitos.
por encima de la trampa es como explotado, no se activa.
Carlitos pillando algo de ventaja, poniéndose 2 por encima. Y Diego que parece que ha respirado un poco.
Jolín,
Como
cabrón.
mínimo. Te voy a apuñalar a la web, tío. Ay,
Uh-oh.
Mira cómo
Oh,
va.
he didn't get it.
confirma.
And you get back thrown. Well, that is very, very rough.
Ahí tienes trampitas.
Vaya personaje de tramposos, en verdad.
Qué poca vergüenza
Más trampa.
tienes.
Por eso lo vas
Más
a jugar,
trampas.
¿no?
Claro.
Dios mío.
Y Cagliostro, Carlitos ahora mismo, parece que está en modo creativo haciendo lo que quiere. Ahora te pongo esto aquí. Ya
Se ha
suele
puesto-
empezar a construir muros.
Y le pisa los
Ay, sí, como el bajo.
Cool. Maybe I wanna
Estaba teniendo
take some
un poco de
time to
problemas.
look a little bit deeper and to see what they're doing with rivals. But is like general community sentiment on that game? Like, do people receive it well? Like, do people
Uy, buen delay.
like? It sounds like it'd be
Uy,
annoying.
que sí llega.
Like, have people just been complaining about triple support for however long? For how long has this game been out?
Interrumpe el teleport con el
It's a
FM.
few years now, right? It's what's the vibe like, bro?
Trampas.
Buena interrupción. Pero hombre, ¿estás súper despierto con las interrupciones en los teleports?
Oh, you know what? That makes
Sí, esto
sense.
asegura-
That makes
no,
sense.
Pero de noche leche,
era el U. Era el U.
Y esa
Wow.
trampa que se ha quedado ahí.
Eh,
En el aire.
Trampa.
Le estaba posando. Mátame, por
Si hubiera
favor.
hecho el 2HH no hubiera matado.
I see.
igualmente, ¿eh?
I see.
Sí.
Si con todo el daño que hace el H debería haberla matado.
Alas.
No necesidad de hacerlo bonito ni nada.
Pero el que. El DPH.
No.
Nobody
En vez
knows,
de
bro.
22HL, haber hecho 22HH.
It's likely,
Lo matan
it's
con esa
they're
movida.
likely operating on Japan time.
Diría que no.
If that's what you mean. Likely.
Toma, capón.
I had to change that fucking command. Let me do that.
Díselo, Cagliostro, díselo.
Díselo, que se note que eres la campeona del mundo.
Campeona do mundo.
Río de Janeiro.
Trampita, más trampitas.
Sale de la trampa,
Una trampa que no da.
confirma bien.
What was it? GG.
Hay que decir que es imperfecto.
Un peón de ley. No sé si se agarre. Está buscando chip.
Lo sabía.
Qué huevón este
Le
hombre.
doy la mano, le doy la mano.
Mira.
A ver, hay personajes que pueden atravesar las trampas corriendo. Siegfried no es uno de ellos.
Que mira, tío,
Qué
que
lástima, estoy
este
llorando.
señor no es francés, es español, tío. Ya lo he dicho yo.
They have a character on my. Oh yeah, I see news about skins and stuff all the time. Like I said, I just don't see about
recovery
comp.
a poner trampas en el aire. Qué asco.
Would the patch change mid
Para
turn
que el
even
throw
since
sea
on
mejor.
a Wednesday?
La
No,
Qué
no,
asco. No le hacía falta.
no.
No, lo veo necesario, sinceramente. Yo cuando lo leí
Vale.
dije, mira, guay, se le han aumentado el recovery y no sé qué, y luego dijeron, no, que queda más rápido. Y yo en plan, ¿qué?
That would be pretty ridiculous.
Vale.
¿Qué?
Mucho daño por parte de Diego ahora, que parece que por fin están remontando un poco.
Es que yo te juro,
España.
cuando lo leí dije, bueno, vale, cae antes, pero tiene más recovery en el suelo. Y es en plan, no, el recovery es lo que cae. Buena interrupción con BC.
No, quédate ahí.
Se
Toma.
come el fireball.
¿Cómo que dodgeando eso? Ni de puta coña, jefe.
Lo he hecho como el drogado de la esquina.
Pero luego yo con la
Pan, eso solo pasa si fallas un DP.
El
No.
throw, que va a ser muy dañino,
Bueno.
porque Cagliostro.
Vale, Blanquito, dime qué especial de Bea puede wifear o tanqueárselo de armadura y luego meterme un TH cargado. Por favor, ¿qué te espero?
No, as long as people are having a good time, it's really what matters at the end of the day. So
Todos.
Sí.
who the fuck knows? Deadlock, I feel like is gonna be. What is it? Is it considered early access right now? Yeah, that shit's not ever coming out of early access. I feel like it's gonna be like that forever. I feel like it's been that way forever already. I feel like it's been like that for a few years
Podría
now
haber
already.
hecho un combo mejor. No, podría haberlo hecho mucho mejor.
Hago ese combo.
Oh,
Ahí está ya el parry desesperado,
Las rocas no hacen chip,
Diego.
¿no? Menos que las cargas.
sin muchas opciones.
no hace chip.
El command grab. Ha roleado un command grab. ¿Cómo?
A little over a year.
El pincho que viene en 3, 2, 1. Ahí estamos.
Chip, damage.
People get to
La
play it
clava.
already. Yeah,
Y
I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro.
¿Cómo que el 22H es menos 40 en whip? ¿Qué 22H de la Bea es menos 40 en whip?
Pongo Heraldos 2M.
Buen castigo. Lo metemos en
Uy.
el corner.
I just wonder why they even did it that way.
Controlado.
Como no sea
40
recovery,
frames.
Speaking of
Tanto,
CS
pues.
though, bro, did you hear about the CS changes?
quizá el especial hasta que acaba.
I even saw, bro. I even get news about that. I saw
no.
CS people freaking out about the
Porque
update.
el 2-2L.
They
sí que
changed the
son
way
40
reloading
frames
works.
totales. Entonces el 2-2M.
And all hell broke loose.
10 frames más de start no puede ser 40 totales.
Yeah, yeah.
¿Qué castigo? Ahí poniendo trampas, pero no se lo permite. Proyectil,
No le
por
deja
favor,
volar.
quédate ahí, Cagliostro.
Se ha
trampas?
muerto.
Te castiga con la lanza.
No se ha muerto, no.
I was not. I think Dota 2 was considered out whenever I started playing. So that must have happened like much longer before I started. I mean, like Fortnite was like that too. It was in early access for a long fucking time. It's just easier to like push updates and stuff. I know why they do it. But the difference with those games is that you can just download it and play it. Deadlock, you need an invite. Like even if it's not hard to get the invite, it's like why
Tiene ganas de reventar el monitor.
Why we
No te
even-
conozco, pero sé que estás como yo. Que la harías,
we even go through
bailando.
this? Why not just let people play?
Gran H directo.
I'm curious
curioso,
to
he perdido
know what the
toda la
reason,
paciencia con
the
lo que ha
reasoning for
empezado.
that is.
No.
Es como mi Siegfried de Nathan de borrachos ahora.
You think it's cool? Not gonna lie, fuck it,
O sea, no
something
tienes
different for
perdón de
once.
Esto
Yeah,
va a matar.
it's hard, bro. For games and series that have been around for a long time, like there's so many people that are like pure traditionalists. I mean, like we kind of run into this in fighting games too, right?
Y con el
That
trono
like
se le
I feel
queda
like no
mirando la
matter if
estatua.
you change anything that
No te lo
detracts from like
esperabas.
tradition,
Y
there's
Carlitos
always
ese
going to be a
joven,
sizable
una
group of
ronda
people
más
that push
de
back
convertirse
against
en el
it,
nuevo
even if it's
Primal
for the
Beast.
better of the game in the long run.
Con esa Cagliostro, campeonato
Que no
mundo.
sería la primera y probablemente tampoco la última.
Yeah, maybe
vez que tenemos una
Deadlock.
Cagliostro.
They're like, we know way
Claro
too
que no,
many
la
people
rota
will be
cada
playing
vez.
the game if we don't close this shit.
Se
So
vaya full a hot.
El Luke gulfea, pero da igual porque el recovery es Santa Claus.
¿Y podría matar?
Podría
no,
matar.
Sí,
no.
sí, sí. ¿No?
Y la trampa el Shimmy que le está dejando a Chip Damage. La reacción
buena
es buena. Le deja sin rombos.
Shing.
¡Jaña!
Pues se va a lanzar tocando.
Y realmente
Diego, es tu momento. Es tu momento de ser una leyenda.
Cuidado que dentro, no.
No,
No le
porque
dejes
va a venir el
mucho
pincho.
espacio.
Momento tenso, dodgeando todo. No,
yeah,
no dodges más.
yeah.
No.
I think the interesting thing is like
Y el hula hoop
in
la-
CS, like people. I think I
termina
feel like people are gonna spam
Por pillar el
spokes
salto
way
de
less
Diego. Y
because like
Carlitos,
you're gonna get into a
sí,
situation where you literally run out of bullets.
contundente, proclamándose como el nuevo.
It also
Primal
changes
Beast.
gun balance indirectly, right? Which
Ah,
is like
va
pretty
Cagliostro, que
crazy.
se
I
nota que
wonder if
está
there
rota.
gonna be some
A ver
weapons
cuándo
that
la
weren't
nerfean.
used that much that go up because they have good ammo capacity.
Porque ya no es
Que no nerfeen, que no nerfeen.
Sí, sí, que sí, que el FH no es ni castigarle ni pollas, tío.
Que no, que no, que no. Que no la nerfeen.
Mira,
Y
que le
nada,
den por culo.
Dejémosla como está.
No, tiene que estar peor. pero-
pues ya estaría.
Podría estar mejor.
Pues, bueno,
Hemos.
¿cómo coño va a poder estar mejor si lleva 4 parches y está tocada?
GG's, gente, GG's.
Yeah, I hear nowadays people call Sajam straight up a deadlock player, bro. I don't know, bro. I feel like I've heard 80 million different games called the FGC retirement home at this point. And so I'm just like, damn, bro, we just not allowed to play other games or what?
Se ha ido al establo a hacer cosas. No
A
pasa
los
nada.
sumas.
Ahora sí, sí. Sí. ¿Sabes qué hacen los caballos cuando se jubilan? No, bueno,
No.
da igual. Nada. Hasta aquí.
I never heard anyone say Dota was the FGC retirement home personally,
Nueva
but
bestia y
I did hear like
nos vemos dentro de 2
FF.
¿No pones en el
Is it
calendario?
14 or 15? That's the
Ah, Sí,
MMO.
lo tengo por aquí.
Whichever one the MMO is.
Sí, pollas, al seco.
semanas.
Tenemos lo de todas las semanas.
I heard that one probably the
Mañana
most.
El Dunkin' Jeeps. El viernes, Lobby Nights. Este sábado no parece que haya nada. El domingo tenemos la.
Retirement is crazy because you know they're all still playing. I know. That's what I'm saying.
Momo,
Es-
y ya está.
Momo.
How good is Sajam at deadlock?
Las Hanami, que es.
If anyone watches him.
Jareds, por decirlo así, son los que lo llevan ahora.
Sí. Sí, lo lleva Black. Pero ahora mismo Black no está, entonces lo está llevando Nihyu.
Ah, también lleva esto.
We'll find out with this tourney. Oh, okay.
Sí, también ayuda con el
Do they not have
Nihyu
I mean, I assume they have
trabaja a
ranked
tiempo
and stuff, right?
completo para los eventos de
Este
Gran
hombre
Blue.
está en todos lados.
Sí, sí.
Bueno, pues como digamos, el martes la Gran Cypher Zone, que no sé que esto lleva ya unos cuantos meses ya, desde que empezó el año pasado en noviembre por ahí, ¿no?
You don't know if they do?
No,
No
Oh,
estoy seguro.
okay.
Luego tenemos
Oh,
la
the
Expo,
only mode is ranked, but it's
día
scuffed.
9,
Oh, I
el
see.
1 de abril, y luego ya, pues, como sigue todo.
I see.
Hablando de abril, Evo Japón. Sí, Japón. Evo Japón. De
Well, They can always fall back on early access, or closed beta,
cuando se acabe
closed
abril.
beta.
Esperemos que anuncien cositas ahí. Quiero ver a mi id en movimiento, en fluidez en el juego. Quiero verlo todo bien. Y por mí, no hay mucho más que decir. Si estos dos tuntacos quieren decir algo para despedirse.
Pues la verdad que no. La verdad.
Pues no mucho más.
Pues nada.
Nada. Un
Hasta
placer
aquí otra
como
semanita de
siempre
hackers, chicos.
Sí. Y nos vemos.
Y nos vemos en el
en 2
próximo.
semanas.
Sí, nos vemos cuando toque ya en el siguiente. Yo me despido por hoy. Buenas noches y hasta la próxima.
Deadlock ladder brackets. Don't tempt me. Already got asked to run Rush, bro. I'm debating on whether I'm gonna do it or not. I don't know anything about that fucking game, so I don't know how logistics look with it. The retirement home for Tekken players. But Tekken players never retire. That's the thing, bro. Like, no matter how much Tekken players claim to hate Tekken 8, bro, there's still so many people playing that game, bro. Like, it's like there's always so many people playing that game, bro. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Tekken is one of the more polarizing fighting games where there are way more people that only play Tekken and are less willing to cross over than others. Oh, thanks for the raid, y'all. Appreciate it. Thank you. Fun times. Well, what channel is that thing that you were talking on, Tim? I'll look at it for a few minutes before I go. I do have to run gear tonight. Funny loop. Yeah, you guys don't get the sound version. That's reserved for Duncan Yips and Duncan Yips only, bro. But you can gaze into the infinite void. Night shift. Okay.
Looks like it's going to be maybe on the Venator. We've seen him play this before. I think he looks really, really solid on it. It's sort of not his conventional pick where he plays these like super heavy movement heroes, but just shows his versatility.
I
as
definitely
a player,
need
that he's
the
way
other
more
cam for this.
than just like one category
Too much shit
of
on
hero.
this
He can play
game.
these top end carries, and it
To
is
block.
going to be an OC's Graves. Looks like they're doing some wild lane swapping shenanigans on the left side. I like this though because Graves does want the matchup against the Venator and the Calvin. This makes a lot of sense to me.
It's so interesting how the Graves Ven matchup works, because on one hand, if Ven gets a drop, like, you can easily delete Graves, but if Graves like gets a drop on you, all of a sudden like you actually feel the burn from the essence theft, where you're just, oh, my abilities don't do damage to you. This sucks. Even like Domini early game.
This character looks like they're moving.
You're just not going to do real damage. But speaking of damage, Rayek is getting the business here in middle. A lot of heavy damage on the Celeste, nearly puts Rayek into the ground before the heal comes in.
And they just lane swapped again.
How much
by the way. So
impact is
Abraham's
the
are
is the
really trying to
laning in
have
this
Sinclair
game?
matchup
Because
against
it has like
Graves.
laning
Makes a lot of
increase,
sense.
right?
I think this is probably one of the harder matchups in the game for Graves because of that stolen tombstone, and also, I mean, just
They're
the
swapping.
mobility. He's so hard to ever, you know, catch and really get on top of on Sinclair. So I think this is really intelligent from Abraham's. They are actually respecting this Graves pretty significantly, as there may be another lane swap. Uh-oh.
They're
Lag?
waiting to ambush the lane swap.
Oh, okay. I thought they were lagging, bro.
This is next level, what we're seeing right now. So the lane swap is coming in.
I thought they were lagging, bro.
Now, is it actually going to be a punishment? We'll see.
It's a Billy under
Dive into
tower.
the
I think they overcooked that one a little bit, TV. It's a Billy Rem coming to your lane. Like, are you really ganking these guys? I guess Rem takes some good punishment, though, from the Vexing Bolt, but Billy is, I think, more than happy to take this kind of a trade. Just with the,
No, it was crazy. No, I thought the spectator was lagging because like their feed got like a little got like a visual artifacting glitch at the bottom. I don't know if you saw that. So I thought maybe the spectator end was freaking out.
You don't know until they get a little bit further from the plane. But we're gonna get a collapse here potentially from Leviathan onto the left-hand side, as we see Freemock making his way.
Whoa!
Over. 3 on left.
Yo, who is this, bro? Yo, she is fucking gliding.
Both teams, like, are just too good to really give much in these early game rounds. Like, both people, I think, are very aware of the punishes. I will say this game state with all this chaos, I think it's very good for Arizona.
This character looks like a fucking Kingdom Hearts Heartless.
Get the solo souls.
He's also speedy as fuck.
What is he buying? He has
Holy shit.
There's no way he's hard rushing Cul-de-sac. That is illegal if he does that. He has monster queued up, right?
Yeah, the hard rush.
Low grab, crazy Eric cell. Oh, it's like Horizon.
Players that actually has done that in
I played a lot of Horizon.
Would be Pashi. Like Pashi used the hard rush.
Yeah, but he's on. Okay, no, he's just buying a bunch of items. He just waited. He just buying the monster to clear waves. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, and yes, to the point you were gonna make, yes, Pasha was playing M1 as opposed to being on Rem, where it's just, the Rem Zac Rush would have been a little bit wild, but Pillow over.
Yeah, I'm sure you were waiting to say that shit.
On a little bit of a retreat. The candle blasting. And
I told you, bro, it's a rule of streaming. Anytime you stream and you're out of category for even the slightest bit of time, some Twitch chatter is gonna think they're funny and be like, "Oh, the new patch for X game looks so different." It's like,
it's a nice little pick for Leviathan, who've earned
it's just one of the rules of streaming.
Nothing major just yet, but
yeah, you're funny looking.
after all these crazy roams, it's been a chaotic early game, and Abraham's
maybe leave the
able
comedy to the
find that early
professionals.
edge they were hoping for.
By the way, I'm going to call it. I think you're going to get a lane swap to Sinclair going to left-hand side once Speed Zip comes online. Because you can do lane swaps really quickly if you're willing to burn the Speed Zip.
I mean, I think he's going
Is that a fucking...
Graves,
Wait, what? Was that a Baptiste wall?
You want to play this matchup. Just keep stealing the tomb, spam tombing. Because Graves actually is one of the worst heroes in the game at clearing the enemy zombies when it's stolen from Sinclair. Because you can't headshot with the gun. The auto aim doesn't really help you against those zombies. So it's... You know,
Harry Potter
matchup for a lot of reasons. That being said, pre the ult being online, I don't know how scary it is. And for Hoot,
why do they? Oh wait, what is this orb that he has, bro? It looks like you ever see Treasure Planet?
I don't think the counter's gonna be as hard felt because
why does it look like the map from Treasure Planet, bro?
Also, early rebuttal buy on Together, which makes sense.
Or it looks like the fucking if you ever played Zombies,
nice.
you ever played
you
ever played Zombies?
Rebuttal, especially against Viscous,
what was that fucking orb called? Is it the Vril orb? The Vril sphere, I think it's called.
It's a good vibe, but Chain Gang.
Yeah, I think it was the Vril sphere. Looks like that.
He's just aggro trading and even got parried. Wait, Billy is absolutely styling on Yamato right now. Who's the one with the rebuttal now? And it's just a full run, but I don't
it's the money you drop when you die. Ah,
great
I see.
catch from Billy.
I know I haven't watched much Deadlock because until I swapped computer parts, I couldn't really play it.
Available for Leviathan as they look to expand this
so now
early
I'm
game.
like considering playing sometime soon. So I'm just looking to see what's up because someone told me there's a tournament going on.
Just a quick retreat out of TAS.
Some of these people are whoa. Okay.
Here.
Up over, lands the bola. Just needs a little bit more damage. Health, absolutely good. Boot kick into TAS.
I see you.
That'll do it. And out comes the Lycan Curse.
Shapeshifter?
Going directly here onto Hoot. But then decides, nope, gonna go for the Guardian because I trust Overseas to finish it off.
Yeah, great sequence of trades there for Leviathan.
I mean, movement in general seems pretty fast in this game.
Minions from Ram are gonna put a lot of pressure on. And it's just, I mean, Leviathan are just aggro across the map and they're winning. It seems like just about every trade. Hoot still doesn't even have the ultimate online. So OC is going to be pretty comfortable getting towards that early farm game. And all the action that we've really seen in this game has favored Leviathan. Like every kind of a trade, every kind of
So who would you say like rewards good aim the most?
Ultimate's online though.
If you had to pick
Abraham's,
one.
maybe that'll be enough to allow them to turn the tide as Hoot does pick up the first Guardian.
Also, you know, I was thinking Hoot maybe would go for another swap, but hasn't been the case. Hoot for now, not looking for the matchup versus OCs here just yet. Content on the right-hand side.
Billy with the Stalker, showing he wants to get pretty aggressive onto this one. And with Rem behind him, it's kind of nice on Billy. You have the luxury of really not buying nearly as much
Cowboy
of the
girl
utility that often you
a huge headshot multiplier. Is she like Ash? That's who I mained in Overwatch.
But still with a lot of tools that tag along from Rem. And Billy's just going to ignore the fight and just go straight for the tower. This is a wild level of aggression. The parry is beautiful from Hoot, though. And that should potentially seal the deal onto this Billy, who's now just trying to run for the hills. Another Vexing Bolt connects. And eventually it's enough. They do take down Overseas. Kind of an expensive one. Costs him a tower, and Irizumi does also escape. So I don't think it's really the end of the world for Leviathan, but that parry from
throw barrels? That's what's up.
Also,
that sounds kind of funny.
You were expecting in terms of farm with Abraham's being behind, a lot of that has been evened up.
This character looks cool.
After what was a little bit of a tough start. I mean, even on the aggregate 33K, the 34K. Also, in terms of farm, you know, OC normally is the most well-farmed character.
This new character you guys are talking about, bro. I don't. How do you catch this character, bro? She's just
inside. Saint for now able to shake. But that is a roam from Leviathan on the left-hand side. See if it turns into a little bit more.
Sai has been a real mainstay, I think, for this team. He's been a huge part of
bro, she is just
in the ways they've been able to get now, denying some of these souls away.
She is all over the place.
I don't think we've really seen him in much action on this Vin, but now with the snipe online, definitely expect that to change. So Leviathan look to put some pressure here on the mid lane. Trades onto the Mato are always nice, but misses a couple of the skills there. Mato pretty happy to get out of that one. Ghoul's helping just a little bit, but OC's in the end just overwhelmed Kelvin. Paradox together, just too much movement control. The swap is good, and Graves out of position without stamina, man, you are in a rough spot.
On the chase down now is Freemock. Parry attempt from Saint, not gonna hit. Freemock's hit though, absolutely connecting. So, Leviathan, here on the left-hand side, of course, they already got the Guardian, and you have the chase down here from Rayek on the Celeste, looking for Tess. Time Wall gonna come down, and Rayek decides, nope, I don't want to fight that because reinforcements are coming. Stolen Shining Wonder. How's it feel to be hit by your own ball?
It's a pretty good slow.
As Rayek right now.
But still, they still didn't even kill her.
You have options to get
like,
out of this, but
yo, I might have to pick this character, bro.
These trades, the heals come in.
Bro, she just yeets out of there, bro.
Gets punished. Leviathan a little bit more ready for this early active Yamato.
Bro, she's just gone, bro.
Nice parry onto Silver might be enough to get him out. Shining Wonder is bouncing, making some awkward escape movements.
Oh my god.
Just the 2 deaths is all they're gonna have to tolerate into this one. As I say that though, Sai finds Sonya, I believe, with some snipes, so more profit here for Leviathan in the trades. Kelvin coming back into this one, but Leviathan never left.
It's pretty crazy chase.
Sitting around looking for this kill.
Anything else here too? I think Leviathan, they just want to keep
messed up a little bit
on the left lane to set up for the urn, but okay. Swap ends up missing into a Sinclair that's a snoozy werewolf, as it were. A little bit of a nap immediately following the audience participation, and also very quick urn run here so far. Rayek blink and you miss Rayek getting to the other side of the map, but Abraham's
the urn, is that an objective or is it a money thing?
Situation, Jake,
There's a UI element for us. I'm assuming it's an objective.
We're going for the full urn defense that may turn into Walker pressure.
Oh, it's both?
Against Leviathan.
Yeah, they're going to need to put some pressure on because I think across the map here, they're going to be more than happy with Leviathan to trade out some of this pressure. Celeste steps up into the fight, but maybe bites off more than she can chew. You might back under the
it's like they finally, bro, that was her jumping in the middle of everything though. And she still almost got away.
Although Graves, putting some defensive tools down, that Walker.
They tell you the gold difference.
Together, even
I kind of don't like that, but
one last power slash, just gonna fall back.
Sure, I'll get over it.
Tombstone gonna be dropped by OCs. Trying to add a little bit more cover to this fight, but there's not to be seen any of the Walker. Sanya able to land the parry and the last little bit of damage, where, by the way, we didn't even talk about it, but Demov on Ven, that's a new look for Abrahams. I don't think we've seen that one before.
Yeah, definitely. Curious to see
how long's the average game?
That carry roll, but a nice quick dunk here. Leviathan, patience wins the day. They do lose the Walker for it, but the big rotation comes in. They get the kill on Sanya. They get the urn dunk as well. Still, I think that's pretty much solo urn souls for Sanya Sniper. It's a pretty nice one to be able to find.
Actually, a little bit longer than I was. I'm actually cool with longer games.
It's gone for a very high damage build here early on in the game. Even has the maxed passive, so he's actually taking all the damage away very early into this
Never forget those
and finding these kills in the fight is really huge for a Graves that has gone for
longest game of Dota 2 I ever played. It was a 3-hour game, bro. Oh my god, I was a different person after that shit ended.
OW Apex meme of beautiful tracking. Someone's gonna say that unironically in a broadcast someday, and it's gonna be terrible. It's like, oh man, this Graves just hit so many shots, Jake.
Oh, Celeste.
The game was so long.
I think
we had people we had people that actually that needed to pause for like bathroom breaks and shit, and like the cool thing was that both teams actually honored them. And a lot of pubs, when people pause, like people just mash unpause.
As it is right now. About as even as even when looking at allocation
here, in this long ass game, we had to let people go in the bathroom, bro. It was crazy.
Which, bear in mind, is a pretty big difference. The difference between a Geist at 14K and say 11K at this point in the game is scarily larger than you might otherwise think. But
yeah, definitely. I mean, I think the big question in this game is how does the Graves carry stack?
Oh, so this is the highest level we're watching right now? Okay.
It means we're likely going to be going pretty deep in the game.
Is there like how long is their comp scene been going on? Is there like an agreed upon best region or anything like that yet, or people still trying to figure out how the game even fucking works?
That rapid reload or the active reload. He's gone for basically an all-in farming build. Is my look on this. So he wants to go.
Oh, she looks like fun. Who's this?
Nice little snipe. Extra damage onto D-Mob. Stats being built up here. But a catch onto OCs would have been happy just to farm this one up. A stolen Tombstone.
The game doesn't have to be up to have competitive dynamics, bro. People have been playing this shit for a year.
With their Apex, it's gonna be a little bit scary to continue this.
It doesn't take long.
Behind this one, Kelvin. ends up getting immobilized, getting locked down. The sleep is good as well from Irizumi, trying to add on to more targets. Saint is seconds away from the Kelvin Dome, but doesn't have it online. Now the tower dive comes in from OCs. He just starts to feel maybe he just can't die. He's taking away all of their damage into this one.
And it's a Valve game, so you know people give a
OCs
shit.
have been stable, I think is the easiest way to say it. But oh, here we go.
And in
Demoff
EC,
on
it's
the
okay.
chase down on Ven, takes Celeste out of the sky.
So no Asia or
All the
anything
movement
yet?
in the world, it doesn't quite matter when you got a crossbow.
Because like
and you got
SEA is
the
like pretty
ability to
strong
just
in Dota
directly
2, so I
click.
wonder if they're gonna have a big scene for this game.
Yeah, some big buys. Colt Sack being bought by Venator this game. He's going to also get to a pretty respectable net worth total. Going to have a lot of debuffs to bring him down. With a movement on mid swap. Goes wide though. That's for Taz. It's like, man, you get so much pressure on him to hit these.
Ooh, we got like
I
a
think Leviathan are
Frozone
just
type
very
character,
aware of the threat,
like an ice
especially around
pass.
the mid lane with no guardians up. Like this is, if you're gonna come to this part of the map, you need to have your head on the swivel when it comes to playing against Taz.
Also, Jake, we haven't really talked about late game versus early game here, but when I look at the comps, I actually think Abraham's is totally fine with this going late between the Ven and the Geist. Leviathan, I think, is under more pressure to get things moving early. Like, I don't think you want to go to 30 minutes and have it be even if you're Leviathan in this game.
I can't take this character seriously, bro.
Oh, what a grapple wake up downtown. Maybe
She's
try to
dead.
turn around for the kill. The Shining Wonder does connect. Ultimate bouncing on the
Meow.
together. He's actually low on the amount despite the shadow transform.
Oh, they got her. Oh,
Celeste
no, they
needs to
didn't.
get around one more
Oh
corner. He's just
my
getting
God,
super
bro.
Irizumi together. Now caught maybe a little bit deep onto this
Womp,
one. Silver's on
womp.
the chase down. So is Graves. Abrahams blew a lot into that one. And maybe even just an earn dunk to be done here by the Billy. It's only Hoot in the neighborhood.
Bro, characters like
Try and
that are
stifle this
so
one.
good
And the
because
W's
like
good. Hoot had to just TP out. I mean, he would have
You're-
certainly been in real trouble.
they're so
there. I
frustrating to
believe
kill
Ram
that
has
like
silence act, so
when it
he
seems
can't
like there's
just
an
risk
opening
it
to
with
kill them,
the,
people will
assist.
overextend and put themselves in really bad positions, and then they get bodied for it.
You actually can stop Sinclair's.
She reminds me of like Puck.
Escape ability. I mean, it kind of makes sense when you think about it. The fact that the character is set up like a Sage Magician also is arguably the best escape in the game. But as we look at it, Earn to Leviathan, I think sorely needed, given the comp they're running and the game state they want to have later into the game. But in terms of income, I'm happy to see this for Sanya because I feel like we've seen a bunch of Geist games recently between regions where the Geist
Is this game selective
This is the Geist that's actually
on teams? I
accumulating
assume
wealth,
if both teams
and
aren't running
I
this
think you
character, then
actually
it's
need
probably
to
selective because
on
there's
this
no
character.
overlap.
Like the difference between a Geist that's at par
So
versus
when you pick a character for your team,
you know, 20, 30%
the other team
of the
also
game
can't pick
is
it.
Tremendous, but into mid we go. Slam fire out. Frozen Shelter gonna be popped pretty early into this fight, and together desperately trying to
I like
stay alive.
that,
The
actually.
Frozen Shelter not enough, and now Saint under the gun, Lycan Curse directly in his face, tearing him to shreds.
And Leviathan just coming into unfriendly territory, taking down 2 quick kills. Maybe Saint just thought, hey, you're in so deep, surely the dome's going to be enough. But 5 players here for Leviathan, and they could be looking for more. Abraham's trying to punish a little bit, but you're still very healthy on the side of Leviathan. This is far from a free clapback here for Abraham's, especially without the Kelvin Dome to back you up. And yeah, they're going to say no dome. We're going to gamble mid-boss, although we've seen this story before. Abraham's.
Yeah, I think the ban. Oh, I assume there's a ban phase. I feel like the ban pick phase is much more interesting in games where you can't pick the same character.
Is anyone gonna be able to get there?
And the matchups tend to be more diverse.
In comes Abraham's Rabbit Hex is out.
Oh
With the
my.
first steal, second steal into
Hello?
Abraham's. All 3 charges of Abraham's. The rejuve. Well played once more. But the rejuve immediately taken away. Leviathan in on the punish. All rejuves have
That
been
was
dispelled.
chaos, bro.
And now Leviathan still the ability to fight back together. Low, Hoot, low.
Yo, you know some people's laptops be hot as fuck when these team fights go down.
Still healthy, still chasing them down. The Toxic leading out for Saint, and now here comes the 1v1 potentially. Oh, he's not going to chase the Venator, playing this one a little bit more slowly. Pops the tomb to help push out mid.
You choose a pool and it's randomly
And the
chosen
waves
through
are gonna
that
be
pool.
bad enough where in
What do
the
you
end,
mean?
Leviathan
Like-
just have to clear things out, I think, and reset the map. But the fact that
Yeah,
you get all
I guess I
3
don't
rejuves there
know.
for Abraham's and you still
Is this at the top?
lose,
The
I think
top
still
where?
more real kills than
What's at the
Leviathan
top
did.
on this UI?
He's kind of scary, right? It shows that you know, even with an ideal.
You see how like
stack
above there's like
situation,
2
you don't really
characters
have
and then the
fighting
little
power to
like
take on
forbidden
Leviathan
sign.
head-to-head.
What is that?
One thing as I look at that though, the mid-boss call for Leviathan, I think it works out in the sense that they're not behind at the end of it. But man, I mean, calling mid-boss.
Those are the
so many
bans?
solo
Okay,
for
okay,
Abrahams,
okay.
particularly when you're dealing with things like Yamato, like Sinclair. It's a gutsy call just because of how things like.
I mean, I
Shadow
assume like when
Transformation
the
and
full
Ravahex
get like what
completely
does the
turn
ranked
your boss
mode
fight.
have? Does the ranked mode have a
I mean,
ban
it's
phase
kinda
or no?
wild, but it ends up maybe paying off into this one. Thinking about chasing a Celeste.
Oh,
but, yeah,
okay.
with
Okay.
the Warp
I
Stone,
see.
the Superior Stamina. At this point, Ray can do so much, just clearing waves in a position that very few other heroes can. And he needs to keep this wave pushed out pretty constantly, especially because they have a low HP Walker to defend here. You look at the objective status of the game, it's a little better for Abrahams, but the kill would maybe change that. They pull Yamato out of the TP for just a second. Is it going to be enough? He TPs through with her. It's getting a little bit awkward on the chase down. I think he... Did he do the flying strike to get back on the other side of the TP?
I think he
Doing
flying
fine. How
struck
about yourself, man?
as the TP went and went to the other side of the map. I'm pretty sure that happened.
That's
and now,
insane.
Lycan Curse is nearly down. D-Mob.
How many characters are in
Find a way.
the
parry
game?
is huge in out of Fremont. Deals with D-Mob in the Veil. No Lycan Curse at the end required.
I think D-Mob maybe was also surprised by Together's ability to slip out of that one with a crazy flying strike back across the map. Now earn control to be grabbed, although Rem in trouble, maybe needs to jump to somebody just to live into this one. It's a good escape for him, and Billy should pull him out of trouble,
he's
but maybe Billy thinks
Life
better of it,
Stealer
can turn around,
infest.
maybe turn this one into a big punish. Remember, Venator's down into this fight. Leviathan coming back into it. Here's the Dome out to slow things down for Abrahams. Shadow Transform as well. Some snipes coming in, but in the end, Abrahams, they pop a lot of ults. They live. It's something. They get their earn control, but there's going to be a lot of pressure from Leviathan right now. OC's on 24K, 25 on the Graves. Wasn't even in that fight, and still it was enough to back off the Abrahams.
Also, the chase down from the Celeste.
38
together,
characters.
All sorts of trouble here. Shining Wonder
I almost
comes
feel
out
like
and
there
nothing
might.
wonders about
I
that
feel like they
side,
should
but the
have
snipe
more
from the
bans
backhand
in
side
pubs then, if
frees
there's
up
that many.
Ray
I didn't think there was that many.
to grab the urn, preventing the comeback urn from Abrahams. Sanya, though, on the Geist. Able to find free mock. By a little bit chaotic, another snipe. Just a little bit more on the Sanya. Caught by OCs at the very end. As Leviathan continues to add on to their advantage. Saint also really, really low.
Sajam's fans are
Towards the end of this
like,
fight as the Walker defense continues.
y'all got brain broken by deadlock. It seems. I'm just looking at the game, bro. My bad shit.
Fighting under the Walker is still just a little bit too scary into this one. Urn dunk might, I mean, you might get this dunk. It is a favored urn. But
Why is it?
At least
Why is it the end times, bro?
Punishment for it. Hoot though is sticking around. Maybe I spoke too soon. There's still a lot of players here sticking around, trying to make this defense. Can you fight off this Graves? OC steps up now onto the Graves, into the back line, starting to steal some of this damage away. Has the Ricochet online, but is getting burned down. Is not maybe actually
Does like
able
the Sajam's audience like not
to
watch him
back up
play
what he's
deadlock?
showing here in terms of this level of aggression,
Like,
to kill
are-
onto this
do people, like,
very high
hate
network
that he
hero
plays
is
deadlock or
exactly what you
something?
need. He's evading really well. Needs to make it to the zip. Crucial that he lives into this one. And they have just gotten out of there. Wow, that one is insane. If he doesn't live there, that would be a massive respawn time. And maybe the rest of the Leviathan are going to be able to get the cleanup. You came in deep for the carry kill. You don't find it. And it's going to cost you Taz and Together's lives.
I think OC's just beat a lot of those iframe merchant allegations. Getting out on Graves of all heroes with that level HP. Just a little bit more
That
impressive
creep
than the
looks
standard
absolutely
meme
hilarious.
is what I'll say. But Jake, reviewing the game state, Abraham's still in a world of hurt. Down a little over 15,000 here. I think, accurately 17,000. NA can actually, do the most basic of math, as it turns out. But you take a look at the farm situation. I mean, Sanya's in okay spot, but the Graves is continuing to be a problem. You mentioned the farm on the OCs, and Graves is one of those heroes where if she has that level of edge, she can just kind of stand and fight and walk at you, and you don't have as many options as you would think.
Yeah, I mean, I think OC's went Rico, but once he gets things like inhib, that's going to really change things. Guys build a lot of tankiness in this build, which totally understandable in this game, but the reality of building that tankiness is you don't have as much damage when Graves especially starts reducing it. A catch, though, onto Celeste leads to a quick
Celeste
kill onto
down.
Rake in the mid. And even some Walker pressure simultaneously from Hoot on the left side of the map. So for Leviathan, caught maybe flat-footed here. A deep dive comes in onto the Vindicta. That's an ideal target to start on side. Running for the hills. One more power slash could be good. It's not quite enough for the kill. He lives on slivers of HP Together, trying to get that one last bullet.
Oh, sniped.
Side,
That was sick.
but it's going to cost him his life. He's in so deep for this one. Silver here for the chase down.
He's like worth.
Comes also fighting this one. I think Oz is going to be God in this fight, man. The full farm Graves is not losing HP right now, ZP. Saint is down.
Graves gets to walk forward. No threats in the world. 7-kill streak. The farm continues up. And I think you hit the nail on the head is that Graves isn't even damaged at the end of it. Mid boss up in 30 seconds. Now, I do wonder if you're Leviathan. Do you even consider going mid boss here? Because Abrahams is going to have the ability to contest. And it's felt like Abraham's day in terms of contesting mid boss with anything other than an overwhelming advantage.
Huge that the right base guardians do drop in that fight. Gives Hoot like a lot more trouble to now clean up, and it's going to give a powerful zip on the right side of the map for Leviathan. I think they're going to probably look to continue to just take these fights. Because around the Graves right now, I mean, the one thing about this Graves build is you have terrible mid-boss damage. Compared to most carries at this damage level, you really... Looks like they're just going to be baiting it, looking in on the fight now. A big tether up into the sky, a stolen Graves tomb. Is it going to be enough to take this fight on the high ground? Graves still healthy, has this ricochet inhib, is going to be taking all the damage away right now. Even Geist just doing nothing in the face of this Graves. She's absolutely running it down into all of them. All the damage sucked away.
Still she's like Razor. She steals your
unenviable scenario now, surrounded. Sai as well, assisting potentially on this chase down. Maybe over the top. Good jukes from Saint.
The problem is, Abrahams, you're down 2. Look at the map. They're not really in position to actually contest this mid boss. So you have Hoot, who would be the person you would look to here on earn duty. Like, this is just full get, comeback, earn, defend. They get the extra bonus souls for killing mid boss. And I mean, even just getting the earn dunk here, it's not guaranteed at all, Jake. If anything, it's more of an earn deny, where Abrahams is stuck babysitting the earn for the next 4 minutes.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think we've seen anyone able to fight Graves in quite a while now. Like, the late game carry potential seems very real. And even Kelvin now caught outside the base. This is a worst case scenario. This is the hero you want to be able to turn fights around. He's super low, has the dome just to live, but still just can't even find the opportunity to get it off. A tether, he's good enough to catch onto this Geist, and the burst is there. Sai assists that one with a powerful snipe from that Vindicta, stacking up yet more damage. He's also, I think, been kind of a relatively quiet game for him, but has been a key player in a lot of these burst kills.
Guardians going down. And the win conditions for Abrahams, Jake, are very rapidly declining. Where not only are they facing down a 30,000 deficit, but still got another 3 minutes of rejuve to deal with. And I mean, I'm just thinking about good things for them right now.
3 minutes of rejuvenate. I mean, it sounds like a reincarnation mechanic, but
and jump OCs with 3 or 4 people. I'm not convinced OCs loses as a 37k Graves at this point.
I mean, the rejuve is really insane when you play this build, because your only risk, right, is being bursted before you can sap people's damage. And with the rejuve, you just have
instant respawns,
extra life. Maybe he's gonna sell some stuff to buy the.
Do you respawn where you died, or
grabs a close quarters, wants to just maybe tempo this game, play for the fight right now? And you're just hostage the earn in the base.
That's pretty insane in a game like this, actually. You get 3 of those? That's pretty ridiculous.
Still, Leviathan showing respect, not going for the
like Aegis to get Immortal in Dota was crazy, and that's only 1.
But Graves is continuing to chase this one down. You're diving on top of a Geist, but she doesn't have the ulti. You're just disrespecting your free monk as well. Overwhelms Sonya. Without the swap, he's just not a threat at this stage of the game. And now Leviathan stepping up, trying to siege these shrines down. Rest of Abraham's playing out of their own base. There's nowhere else safe for them on the map.
Yeah, but like taking a 5v5, or it's game of 6, so a 6v6 to a 6v9 is like pretty hard to overcome. It seems like pretty important objective. It seems.
Not much more left for them here as Leviathan turns the screws to what is likely to be a map 1 victory.
The Graves does it, ZP. The doubters silenced because
they lost it immediately.
I don't think everyone's going to be spawning on this one.
There'll always be people that have that happen for sure.
40. Maybe you get demob up in this fight, but you're up against triple rejuve, massive net worth advantage. This should be game 1, done and dusted. Leviathan sticking around here as the patron transforms. And there are even players diving the fountain here, threatening players who even dare come up, and you're not even able to get that defender's resist. You need to get out here, you need to get on the map. The dome in your own spawn just demonstrates the level of this game. And no one can stop OCs. Gets the cleanup.
Yeah, in theory you can lame it out, but like good teams are going to be putting you in situations where you have to defend certain things, and it's like you're going to be forced into a fight if you're in disadvantage.
Money right now.
No Mina, no problem, says OCs. Also,
unless you just want to let them take all your objectives to stall out the timer, but like that is a pretty nasty trade-off.
Oh, oh, this guy's an iframe merchant. No, watch me play Graves, still get super farmed, and take over the game by the very end. And I mean, frankly, Jake, after seeing that level of performance, I don't even know if you consider Mina a high priority ban, because OCs clearly can play other things now at a high level. It's not a one-trick ponies type of situation, as some may have thought.
I'm not even capping ZP. That is like almost exactly the items I've been building on Graves. I'm not. It's nice to be vindicated. Nice to be vindicated by one of the top players here in EU, as OCs makes a character that has been unplayed, untouched. Certainly, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, 1 to 2 people leaving every second game you play.
Of the Old Gods New Blood update, right? Like the one that really
doesn't sound very pleasant.
And OCs
such
is
is
making
life.
us wonder, why is that really the case? This is a huge game from him on the Graves. Hard carried, out carried the Venator and the Geist. They just fell flat. I don't think there was really a moment in this game where they could take the 1v1 against the Graves, other than maybe the first few minutes. Oh my god, look at that bounce. Look at the cleave. Graves is like, have fun with the rejuve, bro. I'm just gonna kill you all.
Yeah, that's the key difference between this rejuve fight and the one we saw in the last game, is that the last game didn't have a Graves just cleaving everyone with split shot ricochet. I don't even know if she had ricochet at that point. She had split shot for sure, but either way.
He like rushed the max passive, which is really interesting. It's like a super greedy build, right? All in on the farming. But then when you're in these like fights, you're basically cleaving everyone. I think that's just like the crazy bug with the flying strike, because it just
what the hell was that?
I think there's basically nothing in the game that stops flying strike from just continuing to pull across the map.
Honestly, shades of Dendi Fountain Hook.
Yeah, right. That's
okay, we got references. Okay, okay.
The defensive fountain hook.
Yeah. Man, I gotta say, Leviathan continues to impress here, Jake. This is a week that, look, we still got plenty of series left to go. It still may be.
What a funny bug, bro. What a funny bug that was.
All right, it's our
Can't
time.
believe
Give
that
us
shit was
back
actually
our
in the
throne.
game.
They're not really looking like the favored team at the moment, Jake.
No, you got to give all credit to Leviathan. Just top dogs right now, and I mean, it looks like they're accustomed to winning at this point, and you can see why. I will say, from Abraham, still some amazing plays around the objectives. Some of those mid-boss contests were way too close for comfort. Like Leviathan could have easily blown the game open much sooner. But OC's 8-1-16, 57,000 damage. Absolute dominant show there.
Well, I'd say Graves is back, but technically this is the first time Graves has actually been here as a serious force. We're not going to count some of the other games that's been played, whereas, a little bit more me, especially like the first time Abraham's played it. They're just like, haha, we win no matter what. We'll throw in the Graves.
We'll see what happens with that. But for now, I must go. It is Guilty Gear Strive night. So thanks for tuning in, people. Thanks for the joining the discussion. If you enjoyed the vibes, feel free to hit the follow button. Subscribe over on YouTube if you're watching over there. We will be back tomorrow. We got Duncan Yips. So midday. Tomorrow will be the last stream of the week, as I am traveling this weekend. So yeah. So hope to see you guys there. Until then, I hope you guys have a good night. I'll see you next time, all right? Later, peeps.
Coca-Cola, espuma.